You are listening to AM 1370 Sports on KWRM, Corona, California.
First and second now with nobody out here in the top of the sixth, and Woody from the belt throws. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball to second. Weed to his left field. He goes to second for one. Ibar's return back to first in time. A double play.
The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes pregame show is on the air. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This is Quakes Baseball.
Hello, everybody. Jason Anaforian with you tonight from the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. It's time again for Quakes Baseball. Tonight, the California League affiliate of the Texas Rangers visits the Quakes as the Bakersfield Blaze in town tonight to take on Rancho Cucamonga, the Quakes affiliates of the Angels. On the mound tonight for Bakersfield, left-hander John Danks comes into the ballgame with a very impressive, not a very impressive record at 1-1, but an ERA of 1.74, and he has been throwing the ball very well in his first 4 outings this season. John Toledo will start for the Quakes with a record of 1-1, a 3.54 ERA for Toledo, and he had himself a much better month of April than he had last year to start the season. Toledo is starting tonight. He'll be followed by left-hander Joe Torres as the Quakes are piggybacking the 4th spot in the rotation right now in the early going. The Quakes coming into tonight's ballgame with a record of 13-10. They enter action just 1 game back of first-place Lake Elsinore after the Quakes have not only swept the 66ers, but they have won 4 straight coming into the ballgame tonight. On the mound tonight for the Quakes, John Toledo. He'll be followed up by Joe Torres, a left-hander who has undergone Tommy John surgery, and he is on the road to recovery right now. And at times it may seem like a very slow road for Joe Torres, but it's been a very long one for the Angels prospect. The Angels still look at him to eventually do something for them in their organization, as he was a first-round draft pick at 17 years old. Joe Torres comes into the ballgame. He'll follow Toledo tonight. But when we come back on the pregame show, first we're going to sit down and chat with Torres as the Quakes pregame show continues from the epicenter right after this.
Hello, Best Western.
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure, for how long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yep, don't want to miss out on any bobbleheads.
Wow, I guess so.
Actually, they're not for me, though. They're for my, son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii between April 7th and September 15th and ask for the baseball rate. You'll get up to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. Different Major League star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms or call 1-800-WESTERN. Guest must register in advance and quantities are limited. The Epicenter is the place to be on weeknights during the baseball season. The weeknight promotions are back, including Monday Madness, where you can purchase 2 club tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Cracker Jacks, and 2 sodas, all for just $12. Wednesdays mark the return of Weenie Wednesdays, where Farmer John hot dogs are just $1. And, of course, Thirsty Thursdays, 12-ounce draft beer and canned soda, all for just $1. Tickets for weeknight games start at just $7. Make your plans to be with us during the week at the Epicenter.
Quakes pregame show this evening by Joe Torres. Joe, you've had an opportunity now 4 times to go out there and pitch, and for those that don't know, you underwent Tommy John surgery not last February, a year ago February. How does your arm feel so far?
It feels pretty good. I'm bouncing back pretty well. It's just it's a daily grind. After every start, I'm getting a lot of stiffness and soreness that I've never felt before in my elbow, but it's just something I deal with and just keep working and hopefully by mid-season I can get that stuff out of there.
Now, what stuff are you talking about? Is the stiffness out of there?
Yeah, that stiffness and that extra soreness and tightness that I get just from pretty much not pitching in a year and a half, just trying to build up my stamina and my muscle strength right now, my elbow.
So the soreness is from not pitching. It comes from not pitching, not from the surgery, or both?
Well, actually, it's a little bit of both. It's just... the fact, anybody, if you haven't pitched in so long, it's not just my shoulder, not just my elbow, it's my shoulder also, it just gets really sore and tight and tender after my starts, but, I go out there and I get a good flush in and stuff like that for the games, and it all, it slowly gets out of there and gets better and better every time out.
Now, Joe, when did you know that you had something wrong with your elbow? What season was it that you could feel that just something wasn't right?
Well, it was in 03. I was pitching here, and I had an impingement in my shoulder. I went down to rehab in Mesa, and while I was in Mesa, an outing over there, I felt a pop in one of the throws when I was rehabbing one of the starts over there, and that's when I really felt it. And I never had felt anything in my elbow before prior to that, so I just kind of brushed it off and kept on trying to throw, and I ended up getting assigned back here, but the pain was just too much, and I made one start here and it didn't go too well, and then after that I had said something, and we went and got the MRIs done, and they showed the tear inside the elbow.
So you've gone through this long process. It is a long process even to now until where you get back to full strength. You're looking at almost 2.5 years from start to finish in terms of this whole process from being injured, surgery, and rehab.
Yeah, really. It's really hitting me now how I feel like right now I'm trying to learn how to do everything all over again. It's just it's unbelievable, from playing catch in the off season, I thought I was doing really well, but it's nothing like getting into a game and the intensity of a game and just everything that goes along with it, with the crowd and just wanting to compete so bad that it's just different. I haven't felt it in so long that it's just something I'm trying to get back used to again.
And this isn't exactly an easy level too to get back into the swing of things. But you've been here, as you mentioned before, in the 2003 club, and now here you are in 2005. And you guys, in terms of the pitching rotation, you're piggybacking the days that you're throwing. How is that working out for you? And eventually, like you said, you're probably going to be pitching more like 5 or 6 innings per outing.
Yeah, well, right now I think it works out great because, coming into the season here, I actually had only pitched like 3 or 4 innings in spring training because I actually had a back spasm which kept me out for a week and a half. So it kind of backtracked me some. So, it works out perfect where I can come in here and throw 4 innings here and then come back and start and try to get to my 5 innings, try to get my pitch count up this way, rather than being in extended spring training and not even getting the same experience of playing, on a team like I am right now.
Well, you mentioned extended spring training. There are a lot of guys that have already even come to this Quakes club this year already after the season has started from extended spring. Tell the fans a little bit about the difference between extended spring and playing here in the California League.
Well, that's a big difference. Over there it's like, first of all, you're waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning to be on the field at 8, and you're going through a grind of just going ahead and doing that. And the games we play over there are kind of just, it is no fans. The games don't mean anything. They're just kind of like scrimmage games all day. And it gets a lot hotter in Arizona than it does here, too. So it's a big difference. You come out here and, you want to win. You want to win. And over there it's kind of like, you go through the motions and you want to work on things and you want to perform well, but at the end of the day, it feels a lot better when you can come here and get a win for your performance rather than go over there and just kind of go through the motions and get things done.
Now, Joe, how old were you when you were drafted by the Angels?
I was 17.
What was that like? 17 years old. Not everybody at 17 years old is a high-round draft pick by a major league ball club.
Yeah, that was great. It's huge for everybody in my household and in my city, in my area, and it was just an amazing experience. I don't think at that age I really realized how big it was, and now a few years later I look back and I say, wow, that was a pretty big thing that just happened to me that, at that age. But I handled it really well early on, and it's just been, it's been kind of tough the last 4 years pretty much because I've just had so many injuries and stuff like that.
Well, you've already gone through a lot. Now you're in your early 20s, but at 17 years old, getting drafted like that, you're a professional right there.
Yeah.
There you are going to work. Do you think that kind of forces you to, like I said, not many 17-year-olds are drafted at that age. You got to grow up at a very young age.
Oh, I definitely did because I had to move to Boise, Idaho, and I lived there by myself and with a host mother over there, and it was just a big difference for me to leave Florida and everything that I was growing up around and just go out and move to a place I knew nothing about. And it definitely makes you grow up in a hurry, but at the same time, we're playing baseball, and I had a great group of guys then, like I do now, and it's just always fun to be around that. So, I mean, it helps out a lot.
Well, Joe, best of luck to you. It's going to be, it's already a long road back, but best of luck to you as you get your arm up to full strength.
Thank you very much, and I'm going to keep working here, and we're going to see some good things in the future.
Hey, all right. Well, we'll chat with you along the way.
Okay, thank you.
We've been talking with Joe Torres on the Quakes pregame show. We'll be back with more right after this.
Have you ever driven with your knees? Applied makeup during the commute? Read the paper while you changed lanes? Answered your cell phone at 65 miles per hour? It might sound funny, but there's nothing funny about the nearly 1.5 million auto accidents that happen every year because of distracted drivers. Allstate understands that nobody's perfect, but they also think that safe drivers, people who do check their rearview mirror before changing lanes, do pay attention to the road, and don't eat while they drive, should be rewarded with the Allstate Safe Driver Discount. Safe drivers should pay less. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Special thanks to Joe Torres for joining us on the Quakes pregame show this evening at the Epicenter. The Quakes and the Blaze getting set in just a few moments to start a 3-game series. The Quakes will be home tomorrow night and Wednesday night as well. 7:15 first pitch on both of those ball games. And then the Quakes will hit the road for High Desert. They'll head up to Adelanto for 4 games, have an off day, and then they will head to Visalia and San Jose. It is a 10-game road trip that awaits the Quakes after this series is over. Visalia is at San Jose tonight. High Desert visits first-place Lake Elsinore. Modesto at Stockton. And Lancaster visits Inland Empire. The Angels, right now, are scoreless with Seattle, top half of the first inning tonight from Safeco Field. The Angels and the Mariners tonight. Texas is at Oakland, and in the National League, Arizona's jumped out to a 1-0 lead on San Francisco in the top of the second. The Rockies and the Padres are scoreless. The Dodgers are hosting the Washington Nationals. That ball game getting underway in just a few moments. That'll do it for the pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch for you right after this.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit out into right center. On with a dive is Willits, and did he come up with it? He did! A spectacular diving catch by Reggie Willits in right center.
You've been listening to the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes pregame show. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. Quakes baseball is next.
Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Quakes broadcast is brought to you in part by Pestmaster Services, the right choice, right away. By Rancho Auto Service. If it's needin' fixin', remember Rancho Auto Service. By the Bulldog Pub, a taste of Britain in Upland. And by Excel Plumbing and Rooter, quality work at a fair price.
Teams win big games because they're prepared for every situation, especially the unexpected. A breakdown on the road is no time to comparison shop for a tow truck. The best time to find a company that can safely tow your vehicle is today. That's good advice from Towing Alone Service. They're the safest and most reliable towing service around. Check out their website at towingalone.com and program their number into your cell phone. It's 909-854-5661. Towing Alone, wishing everyone a happy Cinco de Mayo.
Here's the pitch now to Carter, swinging a drive into right center. On with a dive is Sugden, and he makes the catch.
It's time for Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. Brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Laughlin's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, Galliano Winery, the City of Rancho Cucamonga Waste Management, Red Roof Inn, Charter Media, Chipotle, Farmer John's, Unilever Food Solutions, the X-Bucks, Yellow Book USA, and Omaha Jacks. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This is Quakes Baseball.
Hello again, everybody. Jason Anafoyan with you tonight from the Epicenter as the Quakes have just taken the field. We just concluded the national anthem, and we're set for baseball, a 3-game series tonight between the California League affiliates of the Texas Rangers and the Angels, as the Quakes host the Bakersfield Blaze. Last year, Texas had their affiliation in Stockton, and it was a very talented Stockton Sports Ball Club the second half of the year that propelled their way into the California League playoffs after a rough start to the season last year. On the mound tonight for the Quakes is John Toledo. He'll be opposed by left-hander John Danks. A good pitching matchup right now. Two pitchers who have been throwing well coming into the ball game tonight. Let's go ahead and run down tonight's starting lineup. First for the Bakersfield Blaze, leading off in right field will be Larry Grayson. Batting second, the center fielder is Adam Barraza. Josh Cruiser at first base, hitting third. Nate Gold, the DH, will hit cleanup. Travis Metcalf at third base will bat fifth. Abigail Sandoval, the second baseman, will hit sixth. Justin Hatcher will catch and hit seventh. Craig Ringy, the shortstop, will hit eighth. And Michael Mask, the left fielder, bats ninth. Grayson, Barraza, Cruiser, Gold, Metcalf, Sandoval, Hatcher, Ringy, and Mask. We'll get to the Quakes lineup in the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound tonight will be John Toledo. He'll be followed by our pregame guest, Joe Torres. Right after that, Toledo will probably throw 4 to 5 innings tonight, but he has been pitching very well. He has a record of 1-1 coming into the ball game tonight, and the right-hander throws, and the first pitch is low and away for a ball. We are underway tonight at 7:16. 1 ball, no strikes to the count to Grayson, hitting .320 on the season. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. The next pitch to the right-hander turns him around on the inside corner, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. First pitch temperature tonight at the epicenter, 66 degrees. Here's the 2-0 on the way. Grayson swings and he bounces it to second. Kendrick comes up, fields it, and throws over to first in time to retire Grayson for the out. 1 man out, and Adam Barraza will be the batter. So the first of 3 tonight. If you're in the area, come on by and join us. Plenty of tickets still available. A part of the Monday Madness package, where you get 2 club tickets, 2 Cracker Jacks, 2 hot dogs, and 2 sodas, all for just $12. The Quakes will be home tomorrow and Wednesday, and then that'll do it for the homestand. The first pitch to Barraza, he shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike from Toledo, and the count is 0-1. John Toledo rocks and throws home. Here's the next pitch on the way, and that ball misses inside, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Brown is at third base, playing even with the bag. At shortstop is Brandon Wood playing back. The 1-1 pitch is up high. 2 balls and a strike. At second base, Howie Kendrick, and at first base is Baltazar Lopez. Lopez is playing a couple of steps back of the bag and off the line at first. The 2-1 on the way is hit off the fist and rolled foul back towards the first base dugout, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Barraza, hitting .219 on the season without a home run and 5 RBIs. In the outfield, Mike Hughes. In straightaway left, Jason Sugden in center. The next pitch swung on, hit off the fist to the opposite field, grounded to third. Brown picks it up and throws 2 wide to first base, and safe at first base is Barraza. That'll bring up Josh Cruiser. An error on the play, charged to Brown on the throw. Brown moved over to his left, could not come up, or came up with the ball, but could not get an accurate throw to first. And so the Blaze with a first-inning base runner. Runner bluffs at first. Here's the pitch to Cruiser, and it's inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Cruiser hitting .230 with a couple of home runs and 11 RBIs. Toledo pauses from the letters. He nods down, and now he throws home. The runner bluffs again at first. The pitch is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. In right field tonight is Blake Balcom. Balcom in straightaway right, Sugden in straightaway center field, and then in left is Mike Hughes. 2-0 the count, 1 man out. And now a turn and a throwback over to first base, and Barraza is back. So a 1-out error by Matt Brown at third base, putting the first runner on in the inning. And Toledo, as he will do when he gets runners on base, he will slow things down. Another turn and a throwback over to first, and again Barraza is back. The Blaze are sporting new logos and new colors this season. They changed their affiliation last year from Tampa Bay to Texas in the offseason. Runner leads from first. The 2-0 on the way is swung on and hit foul down the right field line. There was plenty of movement in the offseason in the California League in affiliations, and Bakersfield was right in the midst of it. Stockton had their affiliation with the Texas Rangers, and then switched to the Oakland Athletics going into the new stadium. The 2-1 on the way is swung on and hit off the alleyway into left center field. That's a base hit. Sugden goes over to cut it off in the gap. Around second, heading to third is Barraza, and Cruiser is on at first, and he has himself a one-out single. First and third now against Toledo here in the first inning, and the cleanup hitter in Nate Gold coming to the plate. Gold hitting .319, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs on the season. Toledo, in his last start, went 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 4, struck out 1. That was at Lake Elsinore. The Quakes came back and won that ball game. Here is the pitch to Gold, swung on and slapped foul wide of third, and down the line, and the count is 0-1. Toledo gave up the tying run. The only run he gave up on the night was the tying run in the 9th inning, and eventually Bob Zimmerman was able to work his way out of the jam after relieving Toledo. I beg your pardon, the Quakes did not win that game. They lost that game. And then the Storm won it 9-8 in 10 innings. No balls, 1 strike to count to Gold. Away from third base is Barraza. Cruiser away from first. Toledo pauses from the belt, and he throws home. The pitch is down low. It is blocked by Wilson, and the count now is even at a ball and a strike. The lights are on here at the epicenter. Some overcast, a few overcast clouds were above at probably about a half hour ago here at the ballpark, but with the wind blowing out to the east, right now clear skies are above. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Reached for and tapped foul up along the third base line, and it's fielded by the Bakersfield manager and flipped up into the seats. The same manager that was with the ball club last year in Stockton, Arnie Baylor, is now the manager of the Bakersfield Blaze, talking about his time so far in Bakersfield before the start of the ball game, and so far he's a big fan of the city. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging the comebacker, hit off of Toledo, and it rolls on the grass. It stings Toledo on his pitching hand, and Toledo didn't even bother to pick up the ball and attempt to throw to first. That's exactly how much pain he was in. And coming in to score from third is Barraza, and it's 1-0 Blaze. So a base hit, an infield hit, giving credit to Nate Gold. And now down to second base goes Cruiser, and coming out of the dugout, both Eric Bennett and Ty Boykin and Quakes trainer Brian Ranker. And it's 1-0 Bakersfield. A sharp comebacker to Toledo, and it clipped him on his right throwing hand. And Toledo kind of stepped off the mound and shook his hand real quick. The ball rolled on the grass. There was no play. Toledo didn't even pick up the ball until the very end. And right now, Ranker is out checking on Toledo's hand. So in the early going, after the first man was retired, Toledo got a ground ball from Barraza. An error was made on the play. Cruiser followed with a single, and then Nate Gold with an infield single. And now Toledo's going to see if he can't throw and see if he can pitch through whatever pain he is in. First and second now, 1 out as Toledo throws his second warm-up pitch to the plate, with Boykin, Bennett, and Ranker standing to the left of the mound with the plate umpire, Jeremy Barb. Toledo's asking for another pitch, or a couple more pitches to see if he can't work through this. So 1-0 Blaze in the early going as play is stopped here in the first inning. Toledo goes back and says that it looks like he says that he's okay. He grabs the rosin and tosses it back on the grass behind the pitcher's mound. and everybody will return to the dugout. For Gold, it's his 10th RBI of the season, 1-0 Bakersfield in the early going. Here is Travis Metcalf. Wind is blowing out to the east at first pitch tonight, 13 miles per hour. So here is Metcalf hitting .235 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Right-handed hitter in the box, and Toledo looks back at second in need of a ground ball. Here's the pitch, swinging a high pop-up foul. This one's off to the right and out of play. And the count is 0-1. The Angels tonight scoreless with Seattle after 1. Adam Kennedy has rejoined the Angels. The 0-1 on the way, swinging a ground ball past Brown in the hole third and into left field, a base hit. Baylor's going to wave around, Cruiser around third. The throw to the plate's in plenty of time. Wilson grabs it on a hop, applies the tag, and Cruiser is out. To third base goes Gold, and Metcalf with a single. It stays 1-0, and 2 men are out. So Cruiser trying to score from third, and by the time Baylor waved him around, Hughes in left was up with the ball, and into his first putout in the outfield. Putout goes 7-2. That is the third hit of the inning for Bakersfield off of Toledo. 2 men out, runners from first and third. Here's the pitch to Abigail Sandoval. Right-handed hitter, he takes down low, and the count is 1-0. Sandoval hitting .333 so far without a home run, 2 RBIs. Now Toledo pauses at the letters, a look over at third. Here's the 1-0. Runner bluffs. The pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Outfield playing Sandoval deep. The Quakes are in their home whites tonight. They wore the blue batting practice tops yesterday. The 2-0 on the way. Reach for and tapped to third. Brown plays back on it, fields it, and throws over to first, wide to the first base bag in foul territory, but Lopez makes the catch. The side is retired. In the inning, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. It's the Blaze 1, and the Quakes coming to bat.
In baseball, there's nothing better than a clean, crisp line drive up the middle. If the drive in your vehicle isn't so crisp, bring it into Rancho Auto Service. They specialize in tune-ups, oil changes, brakes, pads, mufflers, exhaust, radiator flushes, and complete repairs and inspections. They'll have your vehicle running as smooth as a Quakes base hit. See them in your yellow pages or bring your vehicle in. They're conveniently located on Helms Avenue. If it's needing fixing, remember Rancho Auto Service.
Hey fans, capture special moments both on and off the field with the new Sprint PCS Vision Phone with a built-in camera. Right now you can save up to $150 instantly on select phone models, plus you'll get 2 months of Sprint PCS Vision service for free. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes fans, bring your ticket stub into any local Sprint store and save an extra $30 when you activate a new line of service.
Limited time offer valid with a new line of service and 2-year agreement subject to credit activation, termination, other terms, conditions, or restrictions apply. See Sprint store for details.
Sprint PCS is the official wireless partner of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
The Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is back. Get 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, 4 GameWorks passes, and 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice creams with the purchase of 2 ice creams, all for just $38. The Charter Media Family Fun Pack is available for April 15th, May 20th, June 10th, July 15th, and August 26th games at the Epicenter. To purchase your Friday Family Fun Pack, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252.
Let's run down the Quakes starting lineup tonight. Leading off at second base is Howie Kendrick. Brandon Wood, the shortstop, bats second. Matt Brown at third base hits third. Bobby Wilson will catch and bat cleanup. Matt Polly, the DH, hits fifth. Blake Balcom, the right fielder, will hit sixth. Baltazar Lopez at first base will hit seventh. Mike Hughes is in left field hitting eighth, and Jason Sugden in center field batting ninth. Kendrick, Wood, Brown, Wilson, Polly, Balcom, Lopez, Hughes, and Sugden. John Danks on the mound tonight for the Bakersfield Blaze. And Danks pitching very well so far this season. He has a record of 1-1 with an ERA of 1.74. In 20 2/3 innings, Danks has given up 17 hits. Opponents hitting .215 against him, 5 runs, 4 earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 19. Here is Howie Kendrick. So one of the league's leading pitchers is going to face one of the league's leading hitters in Howie Kendrick. Kendrick coming into the ballgame leading the Cal League in hitting with a .413 average. With 7 home runs and 20 RBIs, and yesterday Kendrick hitting 2 of those 7 home runs against the 66ers. The Quakes with a 4-game winning streak into the ball game tonight. Here's the first pitch from Danks, and it is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Danks' 1.74 ERA is second to J.P. Howell of High Desert. The next pitch swung on, driven well to right. Going back is Grayson, turning at the wall, looking up, and it's gone. A home run for Howie Kendrick to right field. It's his 3rd leadoff home run of the season, his 8th overall, and he has tied this ballgame up at 1. Kendrick can drive the ball to the opposite field with power. He displays it there. And he has been something else in the leadoff spot. It's a stat we'll continue to keep track of. Not to just continue to beat in the point, but you have to take notice of what he's done as a leadoff hitter. Brandon Wood swings and fouls it off to the right and out of play, and the count is 0-1. And Kendrick is now 15 for 20 as a leadoff batter. Next pitch comes low and inside to Wood, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. 15 for 20, and that's his 2nd home run, or his 3rd home run as a leadoff batter, and he has scored 13 runs in 15 of the times he has reached base. The pitch to Wood is down low, 2 balls and a strike. Wood had a hit in the ballgame yesterday, batting .316 with 9 home runs, 20 RBIs. Next pitch is down low. Three balls and 1 strike to count to Brandon Wood. Now Danks, the left-hander, into his glove. Looks in for the sign. As he winds and throws home, here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and hit foul back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Brandon Wood hitting .316 with 9 home runs and 20 RBIs. He had a 3-run home run over the weekend against Inland Empire. Here's the windup. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and hammered to left in a base hit. Right now, the Quakes, the first 2 men that have come up, have just absolutely scolded the baseball. There's a single by Brandon Wood. Here is Matt Brown. So Kendrick leading the league in hitting. Bobby Wilson is amongst one of the league leaders. Matt Brown has popped in and out of the league leaders. He has a .333 average with 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. Yesterday was involved in an incident at the plate. Here's the pitch on the way to Brown, and it is low and inside, and the count 1-0. There were no punches thrown, no benches emptied, but Brown, according to after the ball game, according to Brown, apparently, after Brown had crossed the plate, he had overheard something between a conversation between Collins and the pitcher. Now, time is called by the plate umpire, Jeremy Barb. Shane Alexander is on the bases. That's the Cal League crew in town for this homestand. 1-1 the score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. And Brown had overheard Collins and relaying a note onto his pitcher, a throw over to first base, and back safely as Wood, to go ahead and throw at Brown next time he's up at the plate. That was what was reported to have been overheard, and then from there, tempers flare. The next pitch is down low, 2-0, but the manager came out and nothing else followed. 2-0 the count to Matt Brown. Nobody out as Danks is trying to gather his composure here in an inning in which he has given up a home run to right field and a hard base hit to left. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Brown swings and hits a ground ball to short. Ringy fields, goes to second for one. Sandoval back to first, and Cruiser, the first baseman, picks it out of the dirt in time. A double play. And just like that, there are 2 men out. Here is Bobby Wilson. Bobby Wilson hitting .353 with 3 home runs and 16 RBIs. Hitting cleanup tonight for the Quakes. His .353 average has him 6th in the league in hitting, or 7th. Here's the pitch, and he takes it for a strike, and the count is 0-1 from Danks. So after the Kendrick home run, a double play, and the bases are empty. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the score. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. Danks, the left-hander, to the glove. Now he winds and throws. Here's the pitch on the way, and it is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tomorrow night, left-hander Ryan Wing will make the start for Bakersfield. 2-1. Here's the pitch to Wilson. And a fastball runs outside, and Wilson lays off of it. 3 balls and a strike. Right-hander James Holcomb will pitch for the Quakes. And then the next night, as the pitch to Wilson comes low and inside, ball 4, and he draws a walk. On Wednesday, in the finale, Edison Volquez will pitch for Bakersfield. Rich Thompson will throw for the Quakes. 2 men out now for Matt Pauley. First walk of the ball game. Pauley hitting .288 with a home run and 16 RBIs. We're live tonight with you on 1370, and we'll be live for the rest of this series. 2 outs away from first base is Wilson. Danks looks over and he throws home. The pitch is a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Pauley. Mask is in left field, playing Pauley to the gap. Barraza, the center fielder, shading Pauley just a tad to right center. A throw over to first base, and Wilson is back. Grayson is in right field. Cruiser, who is holding on Wilson at first base, plays on the bag. At second base is Sandoval. He plays back on the dirt. Same with the shortstop Ringy, who also helped start that last double play. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's taken low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Metcalf is over at third base, back of the bag and off the line, although not playing too deep at third. Catcher behind the plate, and his battery mate John Danks, the pitcher, on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Pauley. A look over at first, and now Danks steps off of the rubber. Danks, the left-hander, gets back on, bent over from the stretch, peering in for the sign. He holds the ball down to his left side, now goes to the glove. Runner away from first base. Here's the 1-1. Runner bluffs. The pitch is down low. 2 balls and a strike. Lights on here at the ballpark. A clear night. Breeze blowing out to right field. Very good weather. It'll get cool. Yesterday we had a ball game that it stayed around 68, 70 degrees all day long. It was just a beautiful day out here. The next pitch instead is a throw over to first, and Wilson is back. 2-1 the count to Pauley. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Here in the bottom of the first. Away from first base is Wilson. Now Danks is set, and he'll throw over to first base, and back safely is Wilson. A lot of ball clubs in the California League, including the Quakes, have gone to the sleeveless jerseys. And the Bakersfield Blaze are wearing a sleeveless jersey with their new Blaze logo scripted across the front. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Low and away. The runner goes. The pitch is in the dirt. The throw down to second base, and Wilson is in there safely. 3 balls, 2 strikes now the count to Pauley. Wilson waited, and it was a delay run. stolen base for Bobby Wilson. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Now Danks, a look back at second base. Another look back, and now the left-hander comes home. Payoff pitch, hit on the ground. To the diving Ringy at short to his left. He gets up, throws to first, and they just get Polly by a step. What an outstanding diving stop and an attempt there by Ringy to complete the put out on Polly. The inning is over. The Quakes score once on the Kendrick home run, 2 hits, a walk, a man left on. After 1, it is 1-1.
Hey, Dirtbags fans, it's the voice of the 49ers, Rob Bushka. Join Dirtbags skipper Mike Weathers and I live from Cervello's in Long Beach for the Mike Weathers Show. Each Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30, we'll take your questions, and you can win tickets, Dirtbags merchandise, and more. The Mike Weathers Show, Wednesdays at 6:30 from Cervello's in Long Beach, 4115 Viking Way. If you can't make the show, be sure to catch it here on KWRM 1370 AM and on the internet at longbeachstate.com.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Now he's floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
That never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you got shoes from down here. Hey, baby.
Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
One to one as we head now to the second inning. And so far, it's just one inning. Impressed with the shortstop play of Craig Reed. With the Stockton Forts last year, he turned a couple of nice plays in this bottom of the first inning. The Quakes tied it on a Howie Kendrick home run. And now it'll be the bottom third of the order to face John Toledo. Justin Hatcher, the catcher, will lead it off, and the right-hander takes on the outside corner for a strike. And the count is 0-1. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. A run on 2 hits for the boys. Hatcher hitting .250 so far, without a home run or RBI. Now he steps out of the box and adjusts his batting gloves. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Reached for and tapped over to short. Charged by Wood. He gloves it, and from his right foot throws, and they got him at first. Nice play there by Brandon Wood. 1 man out. Here's Craig Ringy. You know, Darren Brown asked the other day about Brandon Wood. I take a note. He has his own 19-year-old shortstop on this ball club, and the type of defensive player that Brandon Wood is, it's not quite like Ibar. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-0. He's a very good shortstop, just like Ibar. Ibar is a lot of flash and a lot of good flash too. The 1-0 on the way to Ringy is in there for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. But they're different types of shortstops, and yet they both do the job, and they turn very good plays. Next pitch is low and away, 2-1, and they both turn defensive plays that really seem to be only made by those of a natural shortstop. The next pitch is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Ringy. Top half of the second inning, tie ball game at 1. Ringy hitting a 179 without a home run or 5 RBIs. And 5 RBIs. Next pitch is inside, ball 4, and he walks. So a 1-out walk, and Michael Mask is coming up to the plate. Mask just 0 for 1 so far with Bakersfield. Left-handed hitter stands back in the box. And now Toledo throws home. Here's the pitch, and it is down low. 1 ball and no strikes the count. 1-1 the score here in the top of the second inning. Toledo back into the stretch. He had a ball clip off of his finger in the first. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is even now at 1-1. The lights on here at the Epicenter, beautiful setting for a ball game. It still stayed cool in this area over the course of April and now into May. May 2nd. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Check swing roller, and that one's going to be up the first baseline and foul. 1-2. Lopez came out down from the bag at first to field that ball in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And now Toledo gets back up on the mound. There was one outing this year in which Toledo struck out a season-high 9 batters against Lake Elsinore in 4 2/3 innings here at the Epicenter. Next pitch is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He has allowed just 3 runs, though, in his last 16 in the 3rd innings pitch coming into tonight. Turning a throw over to first base and back safely is Ringy. He has walked just 1 so far tonight. That's the runner at first. And Toledo has allowed just 1 home run so far, and now 21 in the 3rd innings. The 2-2 on the way, swinging a high fly ball to left center field. Sugden, the center fielder, going over in the gap, and he's going to get there and call off Hughes and make the catch for the out. Bluffing a tag at first is Ringy, and he'll head back to the base. So 2 men are out. And coming up to the plate is Larry Grayson. Grayson hitting .320 with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Grayson grounded to second base in the first. Away from first base is Ringy. That play there with Sugden calling off Hughes, the 2 working together yesterday for the first time. Runner with a big bluff at first, pitches outside. A snap throw by Wilson down to first. Carries Lopez, the first baseman, off the bag, but he recovers the ball. And the count 1-0, the count to Grayson. Now with Hughes and Sugden, there was a play yesterday hit into left center field where Sugden came over and eventually cut the ball off and made the catch, and the 2 had a discussion shortly thereafter. Next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. And it's all a part of a new left fielder and center fielder working together and figuring out and learning each other's range. And a good center fielder is the one that's going to take charge. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Time is called right now for Ringy at first base to fix his stirrup. The Blaze, we were talking about their new colors. They have the orange, there's yellow, and there's black in their color. They wear black sleeves underneath their sleeveless gray vest. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Swinging a high pop up, foul territory. Coming down from first is Lopez. Coming over is also the catcher Wilson, and it's going to land in the super box seats just behind the first base dugout of Bakersfield. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Two and 2 the count. Away from first base is Ringy. Now Toledo, a high set at the letters. Wilson sets up away. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and hit sharply foul back into the first base dugout of Bakersfield. All members of the Blaze perched up against that top step of the dugout. Bakersfield will travel to Rancho Cucamonga twice. Another turn and a throw over to first, and back again is Ringy. Bakersfield will travel here twice before the Quakes visit Bakersfield in July. 2-2 on the way, swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning is over. A walk and a man left on base here in the second inning. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Balcom, Lopez, and Hughes coming up. It is 1-1.
Omaha Jack's Grill House and Brewery is open just north of the Epicenter in Mozzie Plaza. Come in for outstanding food featuring great steaks, fresh seafood, and roasted prime rib. Not to mention an in-house brewery and live entertainment. Quakes fans, show your ticket stub after a ball game and receive 10% off. Can't make it in after the game? Then stop in before for great steaks. Or how about a great place to meet for lunch? Lunch specials start at just $5.99. Omaha Jack's, a home run away from the Epicenter.
The bond between food and Pepsi is a storied tradition. It is a bond of respect and admiration.
I just know that when I come out of the piping hot oven covered in cheese and pepperoni, I'm a little disoriented. But then I see that beautiful blue and red and white eye gazing at me. I know I'm not alone.
A bond that says where there's a pizza and a Pepsi, things are going to be okay.
And that's when I knew who I was. I'm a pizza. And proud of it. You know, it's because of... Oh, thank you, Pepsi. It really, meant a lot.
It's a bond of... Well, you say it, Mr. Pizza.
Love. I love you, Pepsi. I'm a pizza, and I love Pepsi. There, I said it.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
All tied up, 1-1. Heading to the bottom half of the second inning. Coming up to the plate for the Quakes will be Balcom, Lopez, and then Hughes. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Jason Anapoyan with you here from the ballpark tonight. Our studio coordinator is John Souter in the KWRM studios. Tomorrow night we'll be on at 7 o'clock for the pregame show, 7:15 for the first pitch. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the Angels and the Mariners scoreless, heading to the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch to Grayson, and it's in there, or I beg your pardon, to Balcom, and it's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Danks, the left-hander, throws home. Here's the next pitch on the way, and it is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Balcom on the season hitting .243 with a home run, 8 RBIs. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a bouncer foul wide of first, pass to the Quakes hitting coach and first base coach tonight, James Rowson. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1-1 the score here in the bottom of the first inning. The Quakes got their run on a Howie Kendrick home run to right field. The 1-2. Swinging and a foul back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And after getting the next man on, Matt Brown hit into a double play. The Quakes were unable to get a run the rest of the inning. The 1-2, Balcom takes low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Danks wearing the shirt sleeves tonight. Feet apart on the rubber. He winds and deals. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called to Balcom. And he is out number 1. There is Baltazar Lopez. Lopez hitting .167 without a home run, 4 RBIs. The pitch is down low to Lopez. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Baltazar. The windup by Danks and the pitch on the way is down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch on the way, swung on, hit sharply to short. Ringy fields and throws over to first to get Lopez for the out. Danks, a left-hander on the mound, threw home to the plate, and that ball was scorched past him. He kind of offered at it, but it wasn't even going to be close to his play. Ringy stayed with it for the second out. Here is Mike Hughes. Hughes 1 for 3 with a walk yesterday in his Quakes debut. A infield single in his first at bat. Here's the pitch on the way, and Hughes cannot hold up on a check swing and goes around, and the count is 0-1. Danks winds and throws the 0-1 on the way, and Hughes goes around swinging, and the count is 0-2. For Danks, this is his third season in professional baseball. Born in Austin, Texas, resides in Round Rock. That is the home to the now a AAA franchise. The 0-2 pitch, and Hughes cannot hold up on a check swing. That ball comes on the inside corner. He is rung up. The inning is over. Quakes go 1-2-3 here in the second inning. We head to the third. It is 1-1.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into another book, not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the Yellow Directory with the map on the cover. And join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
It's your first game. You got your glove?
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, bright blue sky, beautiful green grass. You know, there's nothing better than baseball in summer.
I guess.
Hey, where's that peanut guy?
Dad, we're in the living room.
Hooked on a clear picture? Get hooked on Charter HD TV with a picture 5 times sharper than regular TV plus theater quality sound. You'll watch television like never before. Get local channels in high definition with no equipment to buy. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Service not available in all areas. Prices may vary.
Here we go now into the top half of the third inning. And up to the plate steps Adam Barraza. One correction, I said Hughes struck out swinging. He struck out looking to end the second. Both strikeouts by Danks in the second were looking. Here's the pitch to Barraza, and it's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Barraza reached on an error in the first, and he scored the only run for Bakersfield so far. Next pitch is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Describing the Bakersfield uniform, black sleeves underneath a gray sleeveless top. Black socks. The next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Last year, there was a navy and a red. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Swung on and hit out to left center field. Hughes on the run with a slide, and he makes the catch. Mike Hughes covering some ground out there in left center field. 1 man out. Here is Josh Cruiser. Here's a guy in Hughes, played in Provo last year. Is going to make the most of his opportunity here. Pitch to Cruiser, swung on, grounded sharply to third. Brown fields it. A long throw to first, in time to get Cruiser for the out. 2 men out. Here is Nate Gold. Gold hit that ball off of Toledo in the first. Off of his finger. Here's the pitch to the plate, and it's down low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Gold had an RBI hit on that. Ball clipped Toledo back at the mound on the pitching hand. Next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Toledo is set. He throws home to the right-hander Gold. The pitch is swung on and hit into right center field. A base hit. Gold is 2 for 2. I'm going to bring up Travis Metcalf. Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is brought to you by Romano's Macaroni Grill, located on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. Open 7 days a week. Stop by Romano's Macaroni Grill, a proud sponsor of Quakes baseball on the radio. Travis Metcalf singled to left in the first. Here's the pitch, and it is up high, 1-0. Arnie Baylor at third base sent Cruiser around third to attempt to score, and he was gunned down on that play by Hughes. Hughes has had a good defensive night so far in left. Next pitch to Metcalf is down low. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Toledo peers in from the stretch. Away from first base is Gold. Now Toledo throws home. The 2-0 on the way is on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count. Toledo to the plate, the 2-1 on the way, and a breaking ball, curveball in there for a strike, 2-2. Toledo so far has 4 groundouts. 4 of his 8 outs have been by way of the groundout. Away from first is Gold, the pitch low and away. With the curveball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And now Gold at first will be off with the pitch. Lopez does not hold him on, plays behind him at first. 3-2 the count to Metcalf. Here's the pitch, runner goes, swinging a ground ball to Wood at short. He throws low to first, and it is picked out by Lopez, and that ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning with the score, Quakes 1, Blaze 1.
In any sport, there always seems to be one exceptional athlete that can do it all. The same is true when it comes to your computer network needs. Today, more businesses are relying on ITIQ solutions. They have the ability and expertise to design, deploy, integrate, secure, and support even the most complex information technology systems used today. For professional consultation, call toll-free 1-877-448-4777 or find out more online at itiqsolutions.com.
ITIQ Solutions, keeping your business running so you can effectively run your business.
One of the most common types of pollution from businesses is contaminated water runoff, which carries oil, grease, or other chemicals that drip or spill onto the ground into the street. This water continues through our communities untreated until it reaches the Santa Ana River and eventually the ocean. Contaminated runoff from your business is a violation of local laws for which you could pay a fine. So please, sweep outside areas and put the debris in the trash. Never hose them down or sweep into the curb or storm drain. Make sure dumpsters have lids to reduce blow-away litter, and call your trash hauler to replace your dumpster if it leaks. Empty mop water and other dirty water into a mop sink or floor drain. Do not illegally dump the water outside. Use non-toxic cleaning products whenever possible. Dispose of all toxics such as pesticides and cleaning products through a hazardous waste hauler. These items are too toxic to trash. And obtain spill containment and cleanup kits for your business. For more information about stormwater pollution prevention, please call 800-CLEANUP or the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740 extension 4060.
Quakes 1, Blaze 1, bottom of the 3rd. And leading it off for the Quakes is Jason Sugden. Sugden hitting 9th in the lineup tonight in center field. And then Kendrick on deck. Here's Danks, the left-hander. He throws home. Sugden shows bunt, pulls back and takes outside. 1-1 the count. Sugden hitting .286 with a home run, 11 RBIs. Here's the next pitch on the way. Sugden swings and hits a high pop-up foul and out of play. This one hits back on the top row of seats off to the first base side. 1-1 the count. The windup and the pitch on the way, and it's a little bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yesterday, Sugden was 0 for 3 with a sacrifice. The day before, he had a triple and a run scored. Next pitch, swinging a chopper up along the third base line and foul. Coming down from third is Metcalf to field that ball, and they flip it out. 2-2 the count. The Quakes as a ball club are second in the league in hitting coming into play tonight with a .292 average. Second to Lake Elsinore. But the Quakes over the weekend, they now have the league's leading hitter and Howie Kendrick, who is on deck. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Sugden swings and chops it to short. It's played back by Ringy. He throws to first just in time to get Sugden for the out. 1 out. Now, Sugden is always going to run through a ball on the infield. Here is Howie Kendrick, and he is going to force over the course of this season, with the way he runs, a lot of close plays at first, and sometimes he's going to win those. Here's Kendrick. He swings and he hits that one to left field. Comes Maskin from left, and he's there to make the catch. Looked like Kendrick was jammed on that ball as he flied out to left field. Here's Brandon Wood. Brandon Wood singled in the first. 1-1 the score, bottom of the third. The windup by Danks and the pitch home, and a breaking ball misses inside. This is a key part of the game for Danks as he makes his second time through the Quakes order. The 1-0 on the way. Wood takes down low. 2 balls and no strikes. As Danks makes his second way through the Quakes lineup, the top of the order hit him pretty well last time. 2-0 on the way, swung on, hit to right field. Pretty good ride. Grayson going back, near the wall, looking up in the corner, and it is gone. Brandon Wood hits it over the Frazee advertisement sign down the right field line. And he has given the Quakes a 2-1 lead. It's his league-leading 10th home run of the season. Matt Brown. Matt Brown grounded into a double play in the first. 2 men out, 2-1 Quakes. The pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Danks works from the windup and throws the 0-1 on the way. And a breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count now no balls and 2 strikes. So Kendrick with a solo home run in the first, Wood with a solo home run here in the third. 0-2 the count, the pitch on the way, and Brown takes a breaking ball that misses a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. That tonight, the home runs given up by Danks, the first 2 he has surrendered all season. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a tapper, foul at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. Danks, a Texas native, lives in Round Rock. Here's the 1-2 on the way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Round Rock, they're now a AAA franchise. They're now the AAA affiliate of the Houston Astros. And they're owned by the Ryan Group, who now own the Corpus Christi Texas League Club. The 2-2 on the way, swinging a shot up the alleyway, left center field. That's a base hit. That's going to get past Barraza. It goes to the base of the warning track, and in the second is Brown. He has a double. 2-out double for Matt Brown. Bobby Wilson. Danks was a first-round draft pick in 2003 by the Rangers. And Danks was drafted right out of high school. Same draft as Brandon Wood. I'll look back at second. Danks is set. Now he steps off of the rubber. He pitched in Spokane in 2003, and then he split time between Clinton and Stockton. We saw him a little bit last year with Stockton. But he pitched his high school ball at Round Rock High School. The pitch to Bobby Wilson is down low. It is in the dirt, and it is blocked by Hatcher. 1-0 the count. Just 19 years old on opening day. Actually, he just turned 20. Danks had a birthday this past April 15th where he turned 20 years old. The 9th overall pick in the Major League Draft. I mean, the amount of players and the amount of rounds of draft would be 9th overall. The 1-0 pitch, chopper back over the middle. It is gloved by Ringy at short. He throws as he's falling down to first base. And the throw carries Cruiser off the bag, and an error is charged to Ringy. To third base goes Matt Brown. Here is Matt Pauley. First and third, Pauley grounded out to short in the first. Danks comes from a very athletic family. His father was a 4-year letter winner during his college days as a Texas Longhorn in basketball. Here's Pauley. The pitch is swung on and hit down the left field line, giving chase his mask, going over into the corner. It is foul. It lands in the Quakes bullpen, and the count is 0-1. He has a younger brother who is a senior at the same high school that Danks went to, and was rated the 7th best high school prospect in the nation by Baseball America over the off season. Perhaps another ball player drafted out of high school in the first round for the Danks family. Well, we'll only know in about a month. 0-1 the count, 2 men out, runners at the corners. The Quakes already with a run in the inning. They lead 2-1. The pitch is low and away. It is off the glove of Hatcher, and the runners hold. Last year came up to the Cal League in mid-June. And Danks started 13 games. Stockton was the home to the Texas Rangers ball club last year. The 1-1 on the way. Pauley swings, and he hits that one to the opposite field. Mask going back, turning to his right, now back to his left, and then reaches back to his right, backpedaling onto the warning track as he makes the catch. The inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. The Quakes take the lead here in the third. We head to the fourth. It is 2-1 Rancho.
In baseball, there are day games, night games, and even the occasional twilight doubleheader. But you'll never see a first thing in the morning game. That's because mornings are for Farmer John. Whether it's delicious hardwood smoked bacon, savory sausage, or juicy ham steaks, they're all made fresh right here in the Southland. There's even Farmer John quick serve bacon and sausage. It's ready in seconds. So share your afternoons and evenings with the Quakes. But mornings are for you and Farmer John. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Heading to the fourth, it is 2-1 Quakes. John Toledo completing his warm-up tosses on the mound. Sandoval, Hatcher, and Ringy coming up. Quakes baseball tonight on the radio is being brought to you in part by Yellow Book USA. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. Call 1-888-188-YB-YELLOW for more information. Here's Sandoval, followed by Hatcher. Sandoval grounded to third base in the first. The Quakes were taking the lead on the Brandon Wood home run in the bottom of the third, and the pitch as Sandoval shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Toledo rocks and throws. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Swinging a foul off to the right and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Sandoval. Here's the windup, and the 0-2 on the way. Reach for and a soft pop-up over over the second base leap of Kendrick and into right field. Kendrick went back on that ball and tried to time it. One of those soft liners that's hit over the head of the second baseman, and as he just tried to time it, he was unable to come up with the ball. So, a base hit. And here is Justin Hatcher. Hatcher grounded out to short in the second. The pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 2-1 Quakes. We're here in the top half of the fourth inning. Away from first base is Sandoval. Held on by Lopez. And now the pitch on the way. The 0-1 is down low. It is blocked by Wilson. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Angels have jumped out to a 2-0 lead on Seattle, bottom of the fourth. Steve Finley has hit his 5th home run of the season for the Angels in that ballgame. 1-1. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on and hit down the right field line and foul. That was a shot down the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Texas moved their affiliation to Bakersfield in the off season, and most of the ball players here are still new. I mean, there are not a whole lot of returning guys off of this Bakersfield roster that are coming back from last year's Stockton club. The 1-2 on the way, swung on a little bloop out towards right. Balcom coming in. He's going to play it on a hop. Moving over to second base is Sandoval, and runners are at first and second. Here is Craig Ringy. Ringy walked in the second inning. Away from second base is Sandoval. Hatcher away from first. Lopez playing behind him. Here's the pitch on the way, and Ringy takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Brown in on the grass at third. The shortstop Wood playing behind Sandoval at second. The 0-1 on the way, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. It looks like we have a visitor out in left field, some sort of sky watch, and circling around. Not directly behind the stadium, but flying off above in left field. No balls, 2 strikes. First and second, nobody out. A look back at second by Toledo. Here's the pitch on the way. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 2 strikes. Yeah, they got their spotlight on. One and 2 the count. Toledo trying to avoid what could be a big inning here for Bakersfield. First and second, nobody out. A ground ball could really put the daggers in the hopes of Bakersfield for this inning, but the next pitch is swung on and chopped foul. The count 1 and 2, but Toledo, as he had to do in his last start, or in his last appearance at Lake Elsinore, he will put guys on base. Opposing teams will get guys on base against Toledo. How he pitches to them, how he pitches through them, that remains to be seen. So far this season, he has pitched all right. 1 and 2 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. One man out now, and coming up to the plate is Michael Mask. Mask flied to center field in the second inning. Infield plays back now. Lopez playing behind the runner at first. Wood cheating behind the runner at second a bit. Now the pitch is swung on, hit to the opposite field. Hughes will break back on the ball. He was playing about medium depth, and he'll reach up and make the catch for the second out. 2 men out for Larry Grayson. Grayson is 0 for 2, grounded to second in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Two runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Quakes, a run on 5 hits for the Blades. Grayson, the leadoff hitter tonight for Bakersfield. Toledo looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Grayson takes up high. 1-0 the count to Grayson. Runners lead from first and second. 1-0 the count. Toledo throws home the pitch down low. 2 balls and no strikes the count. On deck is Adam Barraza. Adam Barraza. 2-0. Now Toledo from the belt throws home. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper towards short. Wood comes in, gloves it from the grass. He throws low to first. It is picked by Lopez in time for the out. The inning is over. 2 hits to lead off the inning, and Toledo pitches through them here in the fourth. 2 men left on base. The Blaze have now left 6 men on through 4 innings. 3.5 in the books. 2-1 Rancho.
Do you have insects, rodents, or wildlife trying to live rent-free in your home? Then you need to call Pestmaster Services. Pestmaster features complete residential and commercial insect, rodent, termite, weed, and bird control. For a no-obligation estimate, give them a call. You'll find Pestmaster Services in your Yellow Pages under Pest Control. Ask about their integrated pest management program. It's a better way to control pests. Pestmaster Services. The right choice, right away.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho, Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rolled through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offer easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank, proud to be your hometown bank, proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
2-1 Quakes heading to the bottom half of the fourth inning tonight. From the epicenter, Blake Balcom to lead it off, struck out looking his last time up. In the inning with Balcom and Hughes, There might have been a questioning of the strike zone there by, or questioning of the Quakes by plate umpire Jeremy Barb's strike zone. Here's the first pitch from Danks, and it is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And with Danks on the mound, Balcom, a right-handed hitter, that outside pitch is going to be called a strike. Next pitch is off the plate, or that, actually, I beg your pardon, that one's high. 1-1. The pitch was in the same location of the plate as the one prior, but up in the zone. 1-1. Swing and a foul right off of the mask of Hatcher behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Quakes 2, Blaze 1. Danks has surrendered 2 solo home runs, 1 to Kendrick and 1 to Wood. 1-2 the count. Quakes' top 2 hitters in the lineup are their leading home run hitters. Pitches outside. Kendrick with 8, Wood with 10. And yet, both those guys will tell you they're not up there trying to hit home runs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Balcom is out. 1 man out. Here is Baltazar Lopez. Lopez grounded out to short in the second inning. Danks, the left-hander, goes into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ground ball over to second. Sandoval scoops it up, and he fires over to first in time to get Lopez for the out. So Lopez retired on 2 groundouts tonight. 2 men away in the inning for Mike Hughes. When you talk about Danks and where he started, the Rangers immediately sent him to the Summer League before they sent him on to Spokane. And last year, when he was in Stockton, he did struggle a little bit making the jump. Here's the pitch to Hughes, and it's in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. He pitched relatively well in Clinton in the Midwest League, but when he made it to Stockton last year, he was hit around in the Cal League. Next pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Danks winds. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Swinging a ground ball over to short. Ringy fields. He throws over to first to get Hughes, and the inning is over. Quakes go in order here in the 4th. We head to the 5th. It is 2-1 Quakes.
8-figure contracts, multi-million-dollar signing bonuses, million-dollar incentive clauses. Yes, professional athletes get paid a lot. But hey, you expect them to. After all, they're in the big leagues. Now, Allstate's in the big leagues, but that doesn't mean you have to pay a lot. In fact, you may be surprised to learn that 7 out of 10 drivers who switched their auto insurance to Allstate said they saved money. And you can always expect great service, even if your Allstate agent happens to pull a hamstring playing softball. Big league insurance for less. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Thinking of buying a home or refinancing? At Real Property Mortgage and Investment, we know what it takes to meet all of your home loan needs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're refinancing, our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best fits your needs. Again, fans, we're Real Property Mortgage and Investment in Rancho Cucamonga, and we do deals others can't touch. See us online at realpropertymortgage.com. Se habla español.
Heading to the top half of the 5th inning, Quakes 2, Blaze 1. John Toledo completing his warm-up tosses. And Adam Barraza, the center fielder, will lead it off. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. A run on 5 hits for the Blaze. Barraza reached on an error. He scored the only run of the night for Bakersfield back in the 1st. Angels lead Seattle. They've opened up a 4-0 lead in the top half of the 5th. Here's the pitch, and Barraza takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Here's the windup again by Toledo, the 0-1 on the way. And Barraza runs up and shows bunt and takes a strike. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Toledo from the belt, winds and throws. Here's the 0-2 on the way. And a defensive swing pulled to the right side. It's gloved by Lopez. He'll throw back over to Toledo, covering the bag. And Toledo is ruled to have pulled his foot off the bag. And safe at first base is Barraza. I don't think Toledo agreed with the call there by the base umpire, Shane Alexander. And here is Josh Cruiser. Barraza gave somewhat of a defensive swing. In fact, I know Toledo's not happy with the call because he slams the rosin down on the mound, and then as he gets back up on top of the mound, he looks back out at the base umpire. Toledo probably really feeling that he was able to get the runner at the bag. Here is the pitch to Cruiser, and it is down low. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Quakes 2, Blaze 1 here in the top half of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now Toledo turns and throws over to first base, and back safely is Barraza. 1-0 the count. Now Toledo from the belt, throws, runner goes, and now the runner stumbles. The pitch is taken, the throw down to first, and picked off is Barraza. About 5 steps into his run, he stumbled and went down to a knee and then froze. The pitch was taken for a strike, and then Barraza was picked off 2-3. 1-1 on the way, and it's down low. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. Toledo winds in his delivery to the plate. Comes way inside to Cruiser. Backing him off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cruiser with a single in the first. And he grounded to third in the third. Here's the windup and the 3-2 on the way. Low and away, ball 4. And Cruiser walks. Here's Nate Gold. Gold with an infield single in the first. Also singled in the third. Here's Toledo to the plate in the pitch, and Nate Gold takes a breaking ball for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Toledo a pause at the belt. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Down low and away. Count is even now at a ball and a strike. Outfield playing straight away to Gold. At first base, Lopez holds on Cruiser, who leads away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's taken on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Well, the outside corner, definitely. The right-handed hitter is going to get called by Jeremy Barb. 1-2 the count, 1 man out. Now Toledo is set. He throws the 1-2 on the way, low and away. Wilson goes down to his knees to block the ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Two and 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he struck out Gold. 1 man out. Here is Travis Metcalf. Metcalf singled in the first, also grounded to short in the third. Away from first is Cruiser, held on by Lopez. And now Toledo is set. He throws home in the pitch, and Metcalf swings and lifts a high pop-up, foul territory, first base side. Lopez goes over, on the dirt in foul territory near the protective fence, reaches up to make the catch. The inning is over. One hit, one walk, one left. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 2-1, Quakes.
If you or someone you know is blind, a world of learning is available through the Hadley School for the Blind. A toll-free phone call or a visit to Hadley's website can start you on a unique educational journey. You can choose from more than 90 courses completely free of charge. You can study anywhere at your own pace. Courses are available to anyone who is visually impaired. Call today, 800-323-4238, or visit us online at www.hadley-school.org.
Pressed for time? Gotta get something good for the family and real quick? Think Chipotle. For gourmet meals on the run, Chipotle Mexican Grill is famous for their huge portions. Plus, it's fresh. Fresh gourmet burritos and tacos prepared the way you like it. Nothing processed or frozen. Plus, their recipes are created by a classically trained chef. No, not that type of classical, but it will be music to your mouth when you bite into a Chipotle burrito stuffed with 17 different ingredients and marinated in their famous Chipotle adobo sauce. And for those of you who like to eat healthy, skip the tortilla and have a burrito bowl because they get fresh veggies delivered every day. Add some lettuce and homemade guacamole, and you've got a salad fiesta. Chipotle has a brand new location in Norco, or for one nearest you, visit their website at chipotle.com. Chipotle, where their burritos let you cover all 4 food groups in one single bite, and fast food that is not only healthy and fresh, but you can eat it with your hands. Chipotle, now open in Norco on Hamner between 1st and 2nd Street, or find a location nearest you at chipotle.com. That's Chipotle, CHIPOTLE.com.
Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score 2-1 Quakes. Jason Sugden to lead it off, followed by Kendrick and then Wood. Sugden grounded to short in the 3rd. Kendrick is 1 for 2, and Brandon Wood is 2 for 2 against John Danks. 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Quakes. As Danks comes home and the pitch is swung on in a shot foul, a hot shot foul into the Bakersfield dugout. And at first glance, it looks like everybody is okay. No balls, 1 strike. Sugden behind on that last pitch to Danks. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Sugden bunts this one foul. Back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Danks back up on top of the rubber. Labored through the first and in the 3rd inning. The Quakes, they're scoring their runs on solo home runs, but following the home runs, they were able to put a couple of base runners on in each inning. Next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sugden. Yet they were unable to do anything with those base runners. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch to Sugden. Swing and a miss on a curveball, and Sugden is out. 4 strikeouts now for Danks. Here is Howie Kendrick. Kendrick with a home run to right field in the 1st, and he flied to left in the 3rd. Here's the pitch to Kendrick, and it's taken down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Danks is set. Here's the 1-0 from the left-hander. Kendrick swings and fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Angels now lead the Mariners 5-0 on the out-of-town scoreboard heading to the 6th. Texas, the parent club of the Blaze, shutting out Oakland 2-0 bottom of the 7th in Oakland behind Kenny Rogers. 1-1 on the way. Kendrick swings and fouls this one off to the right and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Danks works from the 3rd base side of the rubber. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and he strikes Kendrick out. So after giving up the home run to Kendrick, Danks has come back to get him to fly out and then to strike out. Here's Brandon Wood. Brandon Wood singled in the 1st and then had the home run to give the Quakes the lead in the 3rd. Here's the windup by Danks and the pitch home, and Wood takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and right now Danks looks like he's doing a little bit of work right now on his mitt. Looks like he needed to tighten up a few strings on his mitt. He stepped off momentarily off the mound. Danks stands with his left foot on the rubber, his right foot off. The next pitch swung on and hammered foul down the left field line and back into the bullpen, and the count is 0-2. Joe Torres, a left-hander, warming up in the bullpen. 0-2 the count. Danks winds and throws, and the 0-2 on the way, and Wood takes down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Danks, and the 1-2 to Wood. Swung on, hit the center field. Barraza going back on the ball, drifting onto the warning track. It's going to be over his head, and it caroms off the wall, back behind him towards the field. Wood is around second. He is digging for third, and he'll get there standing up easily with a 2-out triple. And Brandon Wood is a double shy of the cycle. That'll bring up Matt Brown. Matt Brown grounded into a double play in the first, and he doubled in the third. So away from third is Wood. Wood has come close to hitting for the cycle this season. A pause that developed by Danks. Here's the pitch on the way. Brown takes down low. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A look back over at first, 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Brown swings and lifts a fly ball, shallow right field. Coming in is Grayson, and he is there to make the catch. Reaching off to his right, the inning is over. 1 hit and 1 left on base for the Quakes here in the 5th. We move along to the 6th tonight. It is 2-1 Quakes.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Now he's floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
That never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you guys should come down here.
Hey, baby.
Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
The Epicenter is the place to be on weeknights during the baseball season. The weeknight promotions are back, including Monday Madness, where you can purchase 2 club tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Cracker Jacks, and 2 sodas, all for just $12. Wednesdays mark the return of Weenie Wednesdays, where Farmer John hot dogs are just $1. And, of course, Thirsty Thursdays with 12-ounce draft beer and canned soda, all for just $1. Tickets for weeknight games start at just $7. Make your plans to be with us during the week at the Epicenter.
Heading to the 6th inning now. The score, Quakes 6, Blaze 1. Joe Torres has come on to pitch here for the Quakes here in the top half of the 6th inning. Torres will face Sandoval, Hatcher, and Ringy. 5 innings pitched for John Toledo tonight. And in those 5 innings, Toledo gives up or scatters 7 hits, gives up 1 run, unearned, walks 2, and strikes out 3. Here is Abigail Sandoval as the windup by Torres, and the first pitch home is outside for a ball, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the next pitch on the way, and it's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Sandoval. Torres to the glove, rocks and throws. Here's the next pitch on the way, slider in there for a strike, and the count is 2-1. So far, if you're just tuning in, Brandon Wood is a double shy of the cycle. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the lineup, and the 2-2 on the way, and a breaking ball misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch on the way, swung on and foul back to the screen. Three and 2 the count to Sandoval. Torres back on the mound. Pitching arm down to his side. Now he goes to the glove. He winds. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swinging a high pop fly down the right field line and foul. Three balls, 2 strikes. Torres to the glove. Now he nods, winds, and kicks. The 3-2 on the way. Swinging a big bouncer back over the middle, and it's through into center field, the base hit. And Sandoval is on. Sandoval is 2 for 3. That'll bring up Justin Hatcher. Hatcher grounded out to short in the second, singled to right in the fourth. For Torres, he comes into the ballgame here for the Quakes, pitching in the piggyback role, and he said he enjoyed that if you heard him on the pregame show tonight. The pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. Torres coming back from surgery, and right now he said his elbow after he pitches is at sometimes very tight, sometimes tighter than others. I look over at first, and he's in the process of building back that arm strength. Curveball hits the outside corner for a strike to Hatcher, and the count 0-2. Torres has struggled in the early going, 4 games, 2 starts, a 14.54 ERA. He has given up 14 earned runs in 8 2/3 innings so far. Next pitch on the way, misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Torres knows that it could be September before his arm is back to the strength it was prior to his injury. 1-2 on the way, outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Said he went down to the Summer League Club in 2003, and in that season, after he had pitched here in Rancho Cucamonga, he felt a pop in his elbow when he was trying to rehab there. And then the MRI reports showed the next day that he had damage. The next pitch swung on, hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball base hit. It goes into the corner. Balcom over to field the ball. And being held up at third base is Sandoval, and into second base is Hatcher. Second and third now for Bakersfield. Nobody out now. And Torres is going to have to pitch himself out of this jam here. Quakes 2, Blaze 1, top of the 6th. Here is Craig Ringy. Ringy walked in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. Infield is in. Torres pitching for a ground ball here to one of his infielders. Pitches way outside, and the count 1-0. Ringy giving up the stop sign to the runner at third. It's already a much better job of base coaching at the plate by Ringy than was done yesterday by Craig Collins, the catcher for Inland Empire. Next pitch is low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Wilson now goes out to the mound to talk with Torres. Collins yesterday on a pitch that maybe landed and was just rolled maybe a couple of feet away from home plate, started waving the runner in from third, and I believe it was Vogelstad just put on the brakes. He wasn't going anywhere. 2 balls, no strikes. Second and third, nobody out here in the 6th inning, and it is 2-1 Quakes. Now Torres, a pause at the belt. He throws home. Here's the pitch on the way. It is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And, of course, what will go with the territory for Torres, not only building that arm strength back up, but he really said that he feels that he's got to start over from scratch here. 3-0 the count. In terms of getting that feel of his breaking ball, pitch is outside, ball 4, and Ringy walks. So here comes Eric Bennett out to the mound to talk with Torres, and the bases are now loaded, and nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Fans, the Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is back, and this Friday Family Fun Pack includes 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, and 4 GameWorks passes. 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice cream. 2 Cold Stone Creamery ice creams are also included with the purchase of 2 ice creams, and that's all for just $38. The next Friday Family Fun Pack by Charter Media is May 20th against the Visalia Oaks. Call the Quakes ticket office at 481-5252 for more information. Here is Michael Mask. Bases loaded now. The meeting is over on the mound. The middle infielders are back. The corner infielders are in. Here's the pitch to Mask. The left-hander takes a breaking ball down low, 1-0. Shea Brown is in at third, even with the bag. But Lopez at first is going to play behind Ringy, who leads away. The 1-0 on the way. Swinging a ground ball, hit foul. Past first base and down the right field line, and the count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Torres looks in from the stretch, a pause at the belt. And now the 1-1 on the way. And it is low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1. Torres throws home. Here's the pitch on the way, down low. 3-1, and so now he's gone as far as he can go. Hitters count here with Mask, the left-hander, up at the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners lead from all bases. Torres throws home the pitch, swinging a roller. That one's foul. Foul ball up the third base line and down the left field line it goes. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. 1 run, 9 hits, 1 error for the Blaze. Torres, a pause at the belt. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swung on and grounded into right field. That's a base hit. Sandoval scores from third. Hatcher's being waved around. The throw coming through is cut off. Down to third base goes Ringy. And Mask, the left-hander, delivers a 2-run single to right. And Bakersfield has jumped in front of this one, 3-2. Here is Larry Grayson. Grayson up with runners at the corners now, and still nobody out in the inning. That's the 10th hit of the night for Bakersfield. Now Torres throws home. The pitch is down low, 1-0. They had 7 hits in 5 innings off of Toledo, and now Torres here has given up 3 hits in this inning. A look over at first base. Here's the next pitch on the way. Grayson takes down low. 2 balls, no strikes the count. No, it's all a part of the coming back process for Joe Torres. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch on the way, low and inside, and Wilson goes down to his left to snag that ball. And the count is 3-0. Torres, 22 years old. Here's the pitch on the way. It is outside, ball 4, and Grayson has walked. So Bennett's already made a visit to the mound, and now the Quakes are going to get the bullpen going. Here is Adam Barraza. This isn't exactly what Ty Boykin had in mind. And Torres has given up 2 runs. The bases are loaded again. And still nobody out. Barraza 1 for 3. Scored in the first inning. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike from the left-hander Torres, and the count is 0-1. From third base, Ringy, Mask from second, Grayson from first. Curveball on the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. Torres peers in for the sign. Now he gets it. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Curveball, strike 3 called. And Barraza is out, number 1. You know, sometimes the feel of his curveball just comes in and out. It can come in and out in a particular at-bat to a hitter. But right there, Barraza, following 5 straight men to reach base, all of a sudden he looks at 3 wicked curveballs. Here is Josh Cruiser, 1 man out. Cruiser is 1 for 2 with a walk. The pitch, curveball misses outside to the big right-hander Cruiser. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-2 Blaze here in the top of the 6th. They have taken the lead, and now Bobby Wilson going out to the mound to talk with Torres momentarily. Quakes baseball on the radio is brought to you by Chipotle Mexican Grill. Serves just 2 items, burritos and tacos, but hey, make whatever you want using any of the 17 ingredients they have on the line. 1-0 the count. Torres throws home. Here's the pitch, and it is low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 man out. Bases loaded of Blaze. Torres trying to keep this inning from becoming a huge inning. The pitch. Swinging a shot into left center field, a base hit. Scoring from third is Ringy. Mask being waved around. The ball gets past Sugden, and now being waved around third is Grayson. And Grayson's coming through to the plate. The throw is offline. He is safe. The throw down to third base to try and get Cruiser, and he's safe past the tag of Brown. The bases have been emptied. Cruiser is safe at third. A 5-run inning here in the top of the 6th for Bakersfield. It is 6-2 Blaze. And an error on that play charged to Jason Sugden. Ty Boykin is coming out of the dugout to get Torres. Nate Gold will be the batter. Still 1 man out in the inning. 5 runs are in, and the Quakes are going to the bullpen. We'll take a break. Come back and tell you about the new Rancho pitcher right after this.
You are listening to AM 1370 Sports on KWRM, Corona, California. Hey, baseball fans, remember when they played for the love of the game? When you could see future stars of tomorrow at an affordable price. In addition to exciting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball, KWRM invites you to join us and catch one of the top teams in the land, the Long Beach State 49ers. You can follow the Dirtbags, a perennial national power, as they play their way to Omaha and the College World Series, exclusively on KWRM 1370.
We at KWRM 1370 know that you have a choice when it comes to sports radio, and we also know that you're in the right place. By airing the local games that matter most to you, KWRM is your Orange County and Inland Empire sports leader. Whether it's professional baseball, college basketball, or high school football, no one delivers the best and exciting local play-by-play like KWRM. Check out our new website at KWRM1370am.com. That's KWRM1370am.com, and thanks for being a part of our all-star lineup.
Well, the scoring decision on the ball that Cruiser hit is a single and an error on Jason Sugden. Cruiser gets 2 RBIs. It's Ringy and Mask that scored. Grayson went to third on the single, but he took the extra base on the error by Sugden. Sugden came on and overran the ball in center field. Cruiser goes to second on the air. He makes it to third on the throw. 2 RBIs. He is held responsible to Torres, who so far in a third of an inning has given up 5 runs. And you can't close the book on him yet. He walked 2, struck out 1, and now gives way to Miguel Gonzalez out of the bullpen. Gonzalez making his second professional start. His professional debut came on his professional debut came on Friday night. So here is Nate Gold with the infield in, and he takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count is 0-1. It is 6-2 Bakersfield here in the top half of the 6th after the Blaze have scored 5 times. 0-1 the count, and now Gonzalez comes home. The next pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Gonzalez, Gold, 2 for 3. Now Gonzalez will look over at third, and Miguel throws home. The pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Gonzalez with a very impressive professional debut on Friday night against Inland Empire. Started the season in extended spring for the Angels. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And now a pause at the belt, and Gonzalez comes home in the pitch, and Gold swings and misses, and he is out on strikes. And not to say that Gonzalez isn't capable of striking out a guy, but he is definitely a guy that is going to put the ball up there, and guys are going to make contact off of him. Here is Travis Metcalf. Metcalf is 1 for 3. He is the 9th man to come up to the plate here in the top of the 6th. 6-2 Bakersfield after they have posted 5 runs in this inning. Here is the pitch from Gonzalez to the plate, and Metcalf takes outside, and the count is 1-0. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Blaze. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Quakes. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Gonzalez looks over at third. Here's the pitch on the way, and it is up high. 2 balls and no strikes. John Toledo pitches 5 innings, 1 run. It was unearned. 2-0 the count. Now the pitch on the way from Gonzalez. Down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez now goes into his stretch, and Metcalf had called for time at the plate. Now back in the box. Gonzalez the pods. Here's the 3-0 on the way, and it's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Sugden comes in towards right center. He is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. in the inning. 5 runs, though, for the Blaze. 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, and a man left on base. And this ball game has completely been changed here in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the inning. It is now 6-2, Bakersfield.
L&L Towing Service, a towing company serving the entire area with friendly, fair, and prompt response. Use L&L Towing Service for all your cars and trucks 24 hours a day. Your friends at L&L Towing Service are experts in all phases of towing and recovery, anytime, anywhere. From lockouts and jump starts to your most demanding towing needs, remember L&L Towing Service. They also provide impound towing and carry gas on all calls. Give them a call at 1-800-564-1116 or 627-9031.
Remember when business is done with a smile and a handshake? Well, at Ontario Discount Floors, we remember. That's why we treat our customers like friends. We call you by name and make buying flooring simple. Most of us are on a budget, and that's why we offer the lowest prices in the business. Visit our showroom and see all the latest styles, including porcelain, marble, granite, ceramic, and the authentic Mexican tile, Porcelanite. Ontario Discount Floors. Stop by 1310 West Holt Boulevard or call 1-800-575-3519.
You know, the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know, all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way, they get to your home as quickly as possible, and it's a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home. No home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Here we go now to the bottom half of the 5th inning, or to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Bobby Wilson will lead it off. It is 6-2 Blaze, so the Quakes have some catching up to do, and now they're going to face John Danks, who has a lead to work with for the first time since the 1st inning, and the pitch to Wilson is outside for a ball. Danks' lead lasted all but a few pitches to Kendrick. The pitch is down low. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Bobby Wilson walked in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd. Here's the windup and the 2-0 on the way. Swinging a fly ball out towards center field. Barraza in the gap. The center fielder is under it, and he reaches up and makes the one-handed catch for the out. 1 man out. Here is Matt Holly. Holly grounded to short in the 1st, fly to left in the 3rd. One out. Here's the pitch, and Polly takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Polly takes low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Danks the left-hander into his windup. The 2-0 on the way, and it's outside. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 man out. Danks winds and throws the 3-0 on the way. Polly takes a strike called on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Quakes looking to just get some base runners on at this point. The pitch is swung on, and a high pop-up lifted down the left field line. This ball is going to make it back into the cafe seats. And the count is full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 man out. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Quakes had led 2-1 since the 3rd. And then in the 6th, the Blaze scored 5 runs. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a comebacker through the legs of Danks. It is fielded by Ringy, the shortstop. He throws over to first to retire Polly for the out. Two men out. Here's Blake Balcom. Balcom struck out looking in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. Danks winds and throws. Here's the pitch to Balcom. Swung on and fouled off Back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike to count. Danks is set, peers in over the glove. Now he winds and throws the 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. So Danks in this inning, as Bakersfield had some activity up in their bullpen, shuts the Quakes down. That can be a big momentum booster. The 0-2 on the way, just a bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Here's the windup and the 1-2 on the way. Balcom swings and fouls this one back over the overhang and out of play. One and 2 the count. Now Danks is ready. He throws the 1-2 on the way. Curveball, strike 3 called at the knees. And that got Balcom. The inning is over. We head to the 7th inning. The Quakes retired in order here in the 6th. Sandoval to lead it off. 6-2, Bakersfield.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rolled through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offering easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank. Proud to be your hometown bank. Proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new low price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox now more than ever, it's good to play together.
Here we go to the 7th inning, as Miguel Gonzalez completing his warm-up tosses. The Quakes trail this one 6-2. And coming up to the plate is Sandoval. He led off the 6th. And then Hatcher, and then Ringy. On the mound, Gonzalez, he comes back, and the pitch is outside, 1-0. Miguel Gonzalez got out of the inning, did not allow another run to score. 5 runs charged to Torres in his 2/3 of an inning, or in his third of an inning. Next pitch is off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. 5 runs, 4 earned. And he gave up 4 hits, walked 2. Next pitch is low and away. Three balls, no strikes to count. Gonzalez into his windup. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike, and the count 3-1. Sandoval 2 for 3 with a run. Here's the windup, and 3-1 on the way. Swinging a high fly ball to right center field. Balcom going over in the gap. He reaches up and makes the catch for the out. One man out. Here is Justin Hatcher. Hatcher 2 for 3. doubled and scored in the sixth. Takes a breaking ball inside from Gonzalez, and the count 1-0. 6-2. Blaze, top of the seventh on this Monday night. Here's the windup and the 1-0 on the way. And Hatcher takes low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. This is one of the more pleasant nights we've had out here at the ballpark so far, although there are folks that are bundled up. It just doesn't have that bitterly cold feel to it that it did last week. Next pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 2-2. I'm amazed, though, how cool it is staying so far in the season. Here we are on May 2nd. I know it was warmer this time last year than it is now. Here's the 2-2 on the way to Hatcher. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Now Gonzalez rocks and throws, and the pitch on the way is reached for and tapped over to short. Wood fields it. He throws over to first in time to get Hatcher for the out. It's one of those balls that was hit over to short, and Gonzalez has followed through, carried him to the right, and Wood was there to field the ball, but with Gonzalez and his follow-through carrying him to the first base side of the mound, he reached back across his body to try and stab at that pitch, or at that ball that was hit. 2 men out. Here is Craig Ringy. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. The pitch is swung on, hit to center field. Right to Sugden. Sugden moves back literally a step to make the catch. The inning is over. And Gonzalez has pitched an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball so far tonight. Stretch time at the ballpark. It is 6-2 Blaze.
Hey fans, capture special moments both on and off the field with the new Sprint PCS Vision phone with a built-in camera. Right now you can save up to $150 instantly on select phone models, plus you'll get 2 months of Sprint PCS Vision service for free. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes fans, bring your ticket stub into any local Sprint store and save an extra $30 when you activate a new line of service.
Limited time offer valid with a new line of service and 2-year agreement subject to credit activation, termination, other terms, conditions, or restrictions apply. See Sprint store for details.
Sprint PCS is the official wireless partner of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the book, not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Let your fingers walk into Yellow Book, not the other book.
Here we go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Quakes are trailing the Bakersfield Blaze 6-2. On the mound for the Bakersfield Blaze, relieving Danks is Cody Smith. Let's give you the line on John Danks. 6 innings pitched. 6 innings pitched. He gives up 2 runs, both earned. Scatters 5 hits. And he only allowed 1 hit after the 3rd. Walked 1, that was in the 1st, and then ended up striking out 6. So the Quakes were able to hit him here and there, really just 2 big hits. Brandon Wood had a single home run and triple off of him. But once Danks was able to get through the 3rd inning, he worked his way through the 3rd and then only gave up 1 more hit the rest of the night. And you got a chance to see the stuff of Danks and what made him a first-round draft pick. Here is Baltazar Lopez. Lopez grounded to short in the 2nd, grounded out to 2nd in the 4th. And Cody Smith now is the new pitcher Here's the windup and the pitch to Lopez. And Lopez takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Smith into the windup. He pitched last year for Stockton. Next pitch, swinging a ground ball to second. Gloved by Sandoval, and he throws over to first to retire Lopez for the out. One man out. Here is Mike Hughes, and when he was with Stockton, here was the ball game last year. The Quakes were really having a rough road trip in May, and Smith shut down the Quakes at Billy Hebert Field in the last game the Quakes played at that ballpark. Here's the pitch to Mike Hughes, and it's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Smith wearing the long sleeves on the mound, a right-hander. So the Quakes going against a righty now. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Swinging a little roller up along the first base side. He hits the dirt and then, or hits the lip of the grass and then rolls foul up along the baseline, and the count is 0-2. Cody Smith, in 6 games this year, 11 in the third innings pitched. He has walked 2, struck out 10. Given him 14 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He signed as a non-drafted free agent in June of 2003. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swinging a foul off to the right. This one hits off of the top seats down the first base side, tops of the club seats and down below. 0-2. Cody Smith was 4-6 last year in 32 games with a 3.91 ERA for Stockton. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and out on strikes is Hughes. 2 men out. Smith pitched his college ball at Fresno State. Here is Jason Sugden. At Fresno State, he was a second-team all-WAC selection in 2003. And he also pitched his junior college ball at Allen Hancock College. Here's the pitch to Sugden, swinging a drive to left field. Mask on the run, moving back, and he's there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Well, the bottom third of the order for the Quakes tonight has been hitless. In fact, from the Quakes' 5 through 9 hitters, they are a collective on the night 0 for 15 against the Blaze pitching staff. We head to the 8th inning, 6-2 Bakersfield.
Hello, Best Western.
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure, for how long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yep, don't want to miss out on any bobbleheads.
Wow, I guess so.
Actually, they're not for me, though. They're for my, son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii between April 7th and September 15th and ask for the baseball rate. You'll get up to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. Different Major League star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms or call 1-800-WESTERN. Guest list register in advance and quantities are limited.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Miraloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Here we go to the top of the 8th inning, 6-2 Blaze. And the batter is Michael Mask. Mask is 1 for 3 And he faces Miguel Gonzalez. Gonzalez drops a curveball that misses outside, 1-0. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Blaze. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Quakes. Here's the windup and the 1-0 on the way. And it's in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Here's the windup, the 1-1 on the way. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gonzalez peers in over the glove, now goes to the glove. He rocks and throws on the 2-1 on the way. Misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike, the count now to Mask. Gonzalez has done a nice job so far coming in this one. Next pitch, swinging a foul. Back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Friday night with a very impressive debut from nearby San Fernando. If you weren't with us on Friday, Gonzalez, a first generation. Here's the 3-2 pitch inside, ball 4. He was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. His family came to the United States. And he is first generation in his family. Here is Larry Grayson. Grayson is 0 for 3, walked and scored in the 6th. But Gonzalez grew up here as a kid. The pitch to Grayson, swinging a high pop-up. Shallow center. Wood going out at short, under it, on the grass, and he makes the catch for the out. 1 man out, and now coming up to the plate is Adam Barraza. We talk about Cody Smith, who is a non-drafted free agent. He's pitching relief. Here is a non-drafted free agent, and Gonzalez on the mound. Different makeups of all these ball players that lead them to this point in their professional careers. And then you look at a guy in Danks who started the ball game, and he was a 9th overall selection in 2003. How about Brandon Wood, another top selection? No balls, no strikes. Here's Adam Barraza. Runner at first base, 1 man out. Here's the turn and a throwback over to first, and back safely is Mask. If you go back through the years, number 1 draft picks, and you go back and scroll through and see guys that were drafted first round, even in the first round alone. Here's the next pitch to Barraza, and it's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And a lot of guys who you don't recognize their name unless you're a local follower of some, or a minor league fan in a particular market, and remember that player coming through your city. The 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. But when you look at guys that were drafted first round and made something of it, and or at least made it to the major leagues, even that as a number 1 draft pick, it is still not a guarantee that you'll get there. The 0-2 pitch is up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then you look at a guy like Mike Piazza over the course of his career, a 54th round draft pick, drafted by the Dodgers, pretty much because he was Tommy Lasorda's godson. And all of a sudden, he puts together a Hall of Fame career. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit foul up into the seats, soft to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Away from first base is Mask. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch on the way, up and away. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Wilson's going to go out and talk with Gonzalez. The two going to get their signs set. Well, in the bottom of the 8th inning, Brandon Wood is due up second. And in his first at-bat tonight, he singled. In his second at-bat, he hit a home run. And in his third at-bat, he tripled to center field. And so he is a double shy of the cycle. Wood, in a ball game just about a week ago, a little over a week ago in Lancaster, was a triple shy of the cycle. 2-2, runner goes, pitches inside. Throw down to second base. Wood covering the bag in time. Wood had even begun to flip the ball to Kendrick at second before the base umpire, Alexander, made the official call, and Mask is caught stealing. Caught stealing 2-6. 2 men out for Barraza. The count is now full. The pitch was inside to Barraza for ball 3. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up down the left field line. This is going to get out of play. It's beyond the cafe seats. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Warming up in the Quakes bullpen is Ronnie Ray. Top of the 8th, 6-2 Blaze. Gonzalez to the glove. Steps back. Now time is called. A ball got loose down the left field line in the Quakes bullpen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Here's the windup and the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The inning is over. Gonzalez with 2 strikeouts now in 2 2/3 innings. 1 walk. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. Kendrick, Wood, Brown coming up. The Quakes are trailing 6-2.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Quakes broadcast is brought to you in part by York Employment Services, state-of-the-art service, old-fashioned value. By the Maintenance Consultant, giving the finishing touch. By R2 Graphics, to meet all of your professional needs. By L&L Towing Service, the company to know when you need a tow. And by Real Property Mortgage and Investment, ensuring clients' financial security and growth.
In Chicago, the joke goes, they drive with one hand on the wheel and one on the horn. In Seattle, it's one hand on the wheel and one on your soy latte. In LA, the trend is to drive with one hand on the wheel and one hand on the cell phone with your talent agent. Fortunately, there are drivers like you, safe drivers, people who haven't had a ticket or been in an accident for over 3 years, people who check their rearview mirror before changing lanes, people who don't drive with their knees. Allstate rewards those drivers with the Allstate Safe Driver Discount. Safe drivers should pay less. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it is 6-2 Blaze. Howie Kendrick will lead it off for the Quakes, followed by Brandon Wood and then Matt Brown. Kendrick with a home run in the first. He flied out to left and then struck out swinging in the 5th. All against Danks. And now Cody Smith, who pitched the 7th inning, will stay in the ballgame and pitch the 8th. Smith last year didn't have for his record, did not have a lot of decisions. Only 10 decisions in 32 games. Well, if you remember, and for those of you that don't, the Stockton Ports were affiliated with Texas last year, and they piggybacked their whole pitching staff last year. They did it also in Clinton. Here's the pitch to Howie Kendrick, and he takes inside for a ball, 1-0. And so Smith, depending on that, in the situation, you may not always be the pitcher of record, even in games that you start. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. Let alone games you relieve. No telling how that works out. So the wins and losses is something that you can't really judge. And you can never really look at that statistic to judge a pitcher. Next pitch to Kendrick is on the outside corner from Smith, and they count 1-2. But Smith pitched 124 1/3 innings last season, and obviously is capable of just finishing this one off. The next pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter that run inside to Kendrick, and he is out number 1. Here is Brandon Wood. Wood needs a double for the cycle. The last time a Quake hit for the cycle was Shane Hopper on July 18th, 2000. Here's the pitch, and Wood swings and hits a high fly ball to right field. Grayson is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Well, the Quakes are just going to have to start getting some hits and get Brandon Wood back up to the plate. So 2 men out as Wood is retired for the first time tonight. Here is Matt Brown. There have been 3 players to hit for the cycle in Quakes franchise history. Shane Hopper against the San Bernardino Stampede on July 18th of 2000. Actually, Josh Loggins accomplished that feat 14 days earlier in that same season. The pitch to Matt Brown is down low, 1-0. This is all affiliated with the San Diego Padres. Loggins had the cycle against San Jose, and then Derek Lee back in 1995 against Stockton. The pitch is down low to Brown, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. Since the club has been affiliated with the Angels, Anaheim, or Los Angeles of Anaheim, whatever way you prefer, they have not had a man hit for the cycle. Next pitch, hot shot, hit to third, short hop by Metcalf as he goes down to his knee. He picks it out of the dirt and throws over to first to get Brown. The inning is over. Brown is 1 for 4 on the night. The Quakes are retired in order here in the 8th, and that is 13 in a row retired by the Blaze pitching staff. We head to the 9th, 6-2, Bakersfield.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by SoCal Sportswear in Downey. SoCal Sportswear is the official provider for the ABA's Ontario Warriors, for the LA Sparks, and for Long Beach State as well. Your high school or college will enjoy all-star workmanship at all-star prices. Call 562-923-0909. That's 562-923-0909. SoCal Sportswear in Downey will put your name or logo on any type of hat, visor, tank, T-shirt, short, jacket, you name it. SoCal Sportswear in Downey. When you want it done right the first time, 562-923-0909.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new low price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox now more than ever, it's good to play together.
How much have you spent on rent in the last few years? $10,000? $20,000? More? Why pay for your landlord's mortgage when you could be making an investment? It's easier than you think. Victor Briseño at First Mortgage can show you how. Victor features a variety of loan options designed to meet the needs of first-time buyers. So why rent when you can own? Call Victor Briseño at First Mortgage at 1-800-493-7141, extension 111.
Victor Briseño at First Mortgage, turning renters into homeowners.
Ronnie Ray, the new pitcher for the Quakes. Here in the top of the 9th inning, Josh Cruiser will lead it off. Miguel Gonzalez, 2 2/3 innings, 1 walk. He strikes out 2, does not allow any runs or hits, and so far, in just 2 looks of Gonzalez on the mound, a very composed individual, and impressed so far with what we have seen from him early on in his Quakes career. Here's Ronnie Ray now to pitch to Cruiser. Ronnie Ray is 1-0 with a 1.72 ERA. Walked 9, struck out 12 in 15 2/3 innings. The pitch to Cruiser is taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Well, the Angels are on their way, perhaps to a win tonight in Seattle. They lead 5-0 in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch to Cruiser swung on, hit to center field. Sugden going back, reaches up, and he makes the catch, tumbling on the warning track for the out. Wow, what a play by Sugden in center field. Oh, he has tremendous wheels. Not afraid to tumble around out there and dive after a ball. Now the Quakes as a team, it says they've made 26 errors, and it's true. They've made 26 errors so far in the first 23 games. The pitch to Nate Goldis swung on and missed 0-1. That's obviously an error ball game, but this club can make some very good defensive plays. Pitch is down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Here's the next pitch, and Gold swings and hammers it to left. Over the head of Hughes. He's turning, he's looking, and it is high off the wall. No, it's gone. A home run. The plate umpire, Jeremy Barb, is signaling a home run. It hit off the Vineyard Bank advertisement sign on the second tier, and that is above the yellow line, and so a home run for Nate Gold. His fourth home run of the season, 11th RBI on the year. He is 3 for 5 on the night, and it is 6-2 in favor of the Blades. Travis Metcalf, the batter. Metcalf is 1 for 4. The pitch is low and away, and the count 1-0. Metcalf singled in the first, grounded to short in the third, hit a foul pop-up in the fifth, and then he flied to center in the sixth. Next pitch, Metcalf takes it for a strike, and the count 1-1. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Gonzalez winds and throws the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Metcalf is retired for the out. Here is Abigail Sandoval. Top of the ninth, 7-2 Bakersfield. Sandoval, 2 for 4. The pitch, low and away. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here is the next pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike. The count is even at 1-1. Here's the next pitch on the way, low and away. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on the way. Sandoval reaches for it, hits a big chopper, and it's gloved by Ray. To the right of the mound, he fields it on the first base side and throws over to first to get Sandoval inning over. Quakes have some catching up to do heading to the ninth. Wilson, Polly, and Balcom coming up. 7-2 Bakersfield.
Omaha Jack's Grill House and Brewery is open just north of the Epicenter in Mozzie Plaza. Come in for outstanding food featuring great steaks, fresh seafood, and roasted prime rib. Not to mention an in-house brewery and live entertainment. Quakes fans, show your ticket stub after a ball game and receive 10% off. Can't make it in after the game? Then stop in before for great steaks. Or how about a great place to meet for lunch? Lunch specials start at just $5.99. Omaha Jack's, a home run away from the Epicenter.
Pressed for time? Gotta get something good for the family and real quick? Think Chipotle. For gourmet meals on the run, Chipotle Mexican Grill is famous for their huge portions. Plus, it's fresh. Fresh gourmet burritos and tacos prepared the way you like it. Nothing processed or frozen. Plus, their recipes are created by a classically trained chef. No, not that type of classical, but it will be music to your mouth when you bite into a Chipotle burrito stuffed with 17 different ingredients and marinated in their famous Chipotle adobo sauce. And for those of you who like to eat healthy, skip the tortilla and have a burrito bowl because they get fresh veggies delivered every day. Add some lettuce and homemade guacamole, and you've got a salad fiesta. Chipotle has a brand new location in Norco, or for one nearest you, visit their website at chipotle.com. Chipotle, where their burritos let you cover all 4 food groups in one single bite, and fast food that is not only healthy and fresh, but you can eat it with your hands. Chipotle, now open in Norco on Hamner between 1st and 2nd Street, or find a location nearest you at chipotle.com. That's Chipotle, CHIPOTLE.com.
Moving along now to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cody Smith still out there for Bakersfield as he has retired all 6 he has faced. The last hit for the Quakes was the triple by Brandon Wood in the 5th with 2 outs. And 13 in a row have been retired by, or I'm sorry, not 13 in a row, 10 in a row have been retired by Bakersfield pitching, as Bobby Wilson will lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Smith winds and throws, and the pitch to Wilson is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. 7-2 Bakersfield here in the bottom half of the 9th. And the pitch on the way is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. The windup and the 1-1 on the way. And that ball hits the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Well, Lake Elsinore has won their ball game tonight at home over High Desert 5-0. Sean Thompson with the win in that one tonight for the Storm, so the Quakes would drop to 2 back if they cannot come back here. Next pitch is low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Wilson walked in the first, reached on an error in the third, and fly to center in the sixth. 2-2 the count. The windup and the pitch on the way, and that ball misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith to the glove, into the windup. Here's the 3-2 on the way, and it's strike 3 called on the inside corner. Wilson is going to say something to Jeremy Barb. He started to walk up to first, and he is out on strikes. 1 man out here in the 9th. That'll bring up Matt Polly. Polly grounded to short in the first, fly to left in the third, and then grounded to short again in the 6th. 7-2, Blaze. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the windup by Smith, and the pitch on the way. At the knees for a strike, the count is 0-1. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swinging a comebacker right to Smith. He fields it on the mound, throws over to first for the out. 2 men gone. It's the final in Seattle. The Angels are 5-0 winners tonight over the Mariners. Texas beats Oakland 3-2. Steve Finley and Garrett Anderson homered for the Angels tonight. Blake Balcom at the plate. The pitch, Balcom drives it to right field. Grayson going back in the gap. He's there. He's in front of the track to make the catch. The ball game is over, and the Blaze have taken the opener in this series as the final 13 Quakes hitters were retired in a row here tonight as they dropped this one to the Bakersfield Blaze by the score of 7-2. Bakersfield with a 5-run top half of the 6th inning, and that's all the bullpen needed to win this one here tonight as they hold on for Danks, who picks up the win. Quakes drop this one. The winning streak is over. They'll come back and try to get back on the winning track tomorrow. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get you the totals of this one right after this.
Hey, baseball fans, remember when they played for the love of the game? When you could see future stars of tomorrow at an affordable price. In addition to exciting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball, KWRM invites you to join us and catch one of the top teams in the land, the Long Beach State 49ers. You can follow the Dirtbags, a perennial national power, as they play their way to Omaha and the College World Series, exclusively on KWRM 1370.
Tickets at the Epicenter for individual games start as low as $7, and the best seats in the house are only $10. Tickets can be purchased one of 3 easy ways. Over the phone at 909-481-5252, online at rcquakes.com, or in person at the Quakes ticket office. Ticket office hours at the Epicenter are Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. On game days, the ticket office stays open from 10 a.m. until the 7th inning of each game. Get your Quakes tickets today.
Here are the totals in tonight's ball game. First for the Bakersfield Blaze to win it. 7 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 8 men on base. For the Quakes, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. 4 men were stranded on base tonight for the Quakes. The winning pitcher tonight is John Danks. He's now 2-1. Joe Torres with the loss. He is 1-2. Home runs in tonight's ball game for the Quakes. Howie Kendrick hit his 8th home run of the year, and Brandon Wood hit his 10th home run of the season in tonight's contest. For the Bakersfield Blaze, one home run on the night, and that came in the ninth inning as Nate Gold hit his fourth of the season. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 30 minutes in front of a crowd tonight here at the Epicenter. And that'll do it here. We're going to send it to the postgame show. Oh, a crowd of 2,062. That's right. Thank you, Brandon Tanner, for that. 7-2, the final score. The Blaze win it. Now for my studio coordinator, John Souter. This is Jason Anafoyan, inviting you to stay tuned next for the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Coming up right after this.
The 0-1, swinging a little fister out towards left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. After around third, he will score. Throw goes back to second. Ivar delivers an RBI single. 2-0 Quakes.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball has been brought to you by Vineyard Bank, Laughlin's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Allstate Insurance, Galeano Winery, the City of Rancho Cucamonga Waste Management, Red Roof Inn, Charter Media, Chipotle, Farmer John's, Unilever Food Solutions, the X-Bucks, Yellow Book USA, and Omaha Jets. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This is Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. The Yellow Book USA postgame show is next.
Madson's powerful new book, Joshua Shoots, He Scores. The Greatest Call I Ever Made is available now at joshuashoots.com.
Randy Youngman of the Orange County Register writes, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will touch anyone who reads it.
Hall of Famer Rod Carew declares, this is the little book with a lot of heart.
L.A. Kings announcer Bob Miller adds, Joshua Shoots, He Scores will leave you believing in miracles.
For more information, go to joshuashoots.com
or order by phone at 949-260-1012.
Or ask for Joshua Shoots, He Scores at bookstores everywhere.
Individual tickets for July 3rd go on sale Monday, May 2nd. Ticket prices for this game are $2 more per ticket than regular ticket prices. The Quakes will host the Lancaster Jethawks at 7:15, and following the game, enjoy the Independence Day post-game fireworks show sponsored by Silverback Extreme. Tickets to the July 3rd game can be purchased on or after May 2nd at the Quakes ticket office, over the phone at 909-481-5252, or online at rcquakes.com. The 2-2 on the way, swinging a bouncer to third. Afkovich fields, sets himself, throws low. It is picked by Buddy in time. The ball game is over, and Steven Shell has pitched the complete game.
Welcome to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. This is Quakes Baseball.
Well, here tonight, the Bakersfield Blaze score 5 in the top half of the sixth inning and go to a 7-2 victory tonight over the Quakes to take the opener and snap the Quakes' 4-game winning streak tonight. We'll get to that ball game in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in the California League, where the first-place Lake Elsinore Storm shut out High Desert tonight at the Diamond 5-0. A two-hit shutout there, and Sean Thompson picks up the win in that ball game for Lake Elsinore. And Taihui Hanoi took the loss for Lake Elsinore. Took the loss for High Desert. 5-0 Lake Elsinore. So that pushes the Mavericks 2.5 behind Lake Elsinore, and the Quakes dropped to 2 back behind Lake Elsinore in the first half standings in the Southern Division. Inland Empire right now leading Lancaster 8-1. That ball game heading to the top of the ninth inning tonight at Arrowhead Credit Union Park. Elsewhere in the California League, Modesto and Stockton are tied at 4 at Banner Island Ballpark, top of the 8th inning there in Stockton. One final to let you know of also, or actually it's not a final, they're going to extra innings. Visalia and San Jose are tied at 6, going to extra innings tonight at Municipal Stadium in San Jose. Now to the Major League Baseball out-of-town scoreboard, where the big club, the Angels, with their 5-0 win tonight at Seattle behind Jared Washburn. Ryan Franklin took the loss, and Steve Finley and Garrett Anderson homered twice. They both homered, not twice, but 2 home runs for the Angels in their 5-0 win in Seattle tonight. Texas beats Oakland 3-2. Despite a comeback by the A's in the bottom of the ninth, Kenny Rogers the win, Harden the loss. Cordero the save, David DeLucci hit his 5th for the Rangers. The Yankees beat Tampa Bay 6-2 tonight behind Mike Mussina. Kazmir with the loss for Tampa Bay. Sanchez homered for the Devil Rays in their losing effort. 6-2, the Yankees win. The Blue Jays outlast the Orioles with 4 in the 12th. 6-2 over Baltimore in 12 innings, so the Orioles are slowed up a bit tonight at Camden Yards. Detroit beats Boston 8-3 behind Bonderman getting the win, Neal the loss, Urbina the save, and Pena homered twice tonight for the Tigers. That's the American League scoreboard for you, limited action. Now to the National League, where the Washington Nationals beat the Dodgers tonight 6-2. Guillen homered for Washington, and Milton Bradley homered for the Dodgers. 6-2, the Nationals with the win. San Diego at home down at Petco with a 5-4 win over Colorado. Adam Eaton the win, Francis the loss, Hoffman the save, and Todd Helton homered for the Rockies. 5-4, Padres winning. Mets over the Phillies 5-1. Pedro Martinez is now 3-1 on the year. Terry Adams the loss, and Beltran hit his 4th for the Mets in their 5-1 win. St. Louis over Cincinnati 10-9 with a 7-run top of the 9th inning on the road tonight. Flores the win, Graves the loss, and Julian Tavares with the save. So Taguchi homered for the Cardinals. So did Edmonds and Mabry. Aurelia, Griffey, and Dunn homering for Cincinnati. 10-9, the Cardinals win. Houston beats Pittsburgh 11-4. Andy Pettit the win, Josh Fogg the loss. Redmond and Bay homer for the Pirates. Biggio homered for the Astros, and their 11-4 win over Pittsburgh. One other score to let you know of in progress heading to the bottom of the ninth at Bank One Ballpark. It's the Giants 8, the Diamondbacks 7. Matheny and Snow have homered for the Giants. Troy Gloss has homered for the Diamondbacks. Matheny's home run was a grand slam. Here tonight, the Quakes dropped this one to the Blaze 7-2. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and recap this one for you right after this.
Dog waste left on a lawn or sidewalk is disgusting, especially when left on your lawn. But it doesn't end there. It becomes a public health risk when it washes away with the rain or a hose off any lawn or street surface and drains directly into the Santa Ana River, carrying harmful bacteria. As a dog owner, you can set a good example by picking up after your pet every time. Your actions will influence your family and your neighbors. Please take the following steps to care for your canine and help protect your neighborhood and public health. Clean up after your dog every time. When you grab the leash, grab a bag and have it with you. Take advantage of the complimentary bags offered in dispensers at local parks and use them to dispose of your pet's waste. Make sure you always have extra bags in your car so you are prepared when you travel with your dog. Carry extra bags when walking your dog and make them available to other pet owners who are without. Teach kids how to properly clean up after a pet. Encourage them to throw used bags into the nearest trash receptacle if they are away from home or on a walk. For more pollution prevention tips, please call the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740, extension 4060. 909-477-2740, extension 4060.
It's your first game. You got your glove?
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, right in the sky, beautiful green grass. You know, there's nothing better than baseball in summer.
I guess.
Hey, where's that peanut guy?
Dad, we're in the living room.
Hooked on a clear picture? Get hooked on Charter HD TV with a picture 5 times sharper than regular TV, but theater quality sound. You'll watch television like never before. Get local channels in high definition with no equipment to buy. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Service not available in all areas. Prices may vary.
Well, here tonight at the Epicenter, the Quakes brought a 4-game winning streak into action against the Bakersfield Blaze. And in the first inning, the Bakersfield Blaze jumped on the board after Adam Barraza reached on a one-out error at third base by Brown. Cruiser came up and singled him over to third base. Then up to the plate stepped Nate Gold, and Gold hit a sharp comebacker off of the hand of Toledo The ball trickled back towards the plate. Toledo was in pain, did not pick up the ball or make a play as the Blaze took a 1-0 lead. Toledo was able to get through the inning after some warm-up pitches from the mound to see if he could pitch through this one, and Toledo went on to pitch 5 innings on the night, and the 1 run that he gave up was, in fact, unearned. So Toledo gave up 1 run. It was unearned in 5 innings. He scattered his 7 hits, walked 2, struck out 3, and so far did what Jean Toledo's done this year. Pitched very good damage control pitching. And Toledo was able to get some help offensively. In the bottom of the first, Howie Kendrick led off with a home run to right field to tie the ball game up at 1. 2 innings later, Brandon Wood stepped up, and with 2 outs in the inning, he connected for a home run to the opposite field as well, to right field, to give the Quakes a 2-1 lead. And Toledo, through 5 innings, had the Quakes at a 2-1 lead, but in the top of the 5th, things fell apart for Rancho Cucamonga. Joe Torres came in the ball game to relieve Toledo. He gave up a single to Abigail Sandoval. Justin Hatcher came up and then doubled Sandoval over to third. With runners at second and third, Craig Ringy came up, walked. That loaded the bases. And then Michael Mask, the left fielder, hit a 2-run single to right field. That brought in Sandoval and Hatcher. Putting Ringy at third, Mask at first. With 2 runs in already for Bakersfield in the 3-2 lead, Larry Grayson walked. That loaded the bases for Adam Barraza. Barraza struck out looking for the first out of the inning, but then up to the plate stepped Josh Cruiser, and Cruiser unloaded, or basically cleared the bases. He hit a single to left center field that was charged by Sugden in center field. The single scored Ringy and Mask on the play, and then Sugden overran the ball trying to come up with the ball in center field. Grayson had gone from first to third on the single. He took the extra base and came home to score the 5th run of the inning to make it a 6-2 Bakersfield lead. Cruiser went down to second on the air, and then a throw coming through to the plate to try and get Grayson obviously was not in time, and then the throw back to third base to try and get Cruiser was not in time as well, so he was at third. The Quakes down 6-2 went to the bullpen. Miguel Gonzalez came in, struck out Gold swinging, and Metcalf on a fly ball to center field. The Quakes bullpen after that pitched the final 3 innings of the ball game as Ronnie Ray surrendered a solo home run to Nate Gold, his 4th home run of the season in the 9th inning, to make it a 7-2 Bakersfield lead. Meanwhile, the Quakes had nothing going on offensively on the night after the Brandon Wood triple in the 5th. Wood, by the way, was a double shy of the cycle. He was a triple shy of the cycle at a ball game in Lancaster a couple weekends ago, and was a double shy of the cycle tonight. That was the last hit the Quakes would get, though, a 2-out triple by Wood off of the center field wall in the 5th, as the pitching staff of John Danks with 4 and then Cody Smith with 9 retired the final 13 hitters they faced on the night as the Blaze win this one 7-2 over the Quakes tonight. So Danks with the win, Torres the loss, and Cody Smith comes in, and Cody Smith also, I left that out of the totals, does get a save pitching the final 3 innings tonight, his first of the season. We'll take a break. We'll come back and do a final wrap-up for you right after this.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book, not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
You are listening to AM 1370 Sports on KWRM, Corona, California.
first pitch tomorrow coming your way at 7:15. We'll be on the air live right here on KWRM 1370 and along the internet at rcquakes.com at 7 o'clock with the pregame show. Left-hander Ryan Wing will start for Bakersfield. He'll be opposed by right-hander James Holcomb of the Quakes. That's tomorrow night, Game 2 of this three-game series, Bakersfield and the Quakes. Now for my studio coordinator, John Souter. This is Jason Anaforian saying so long to you. Again, the final score, it was the Bakersfield Blaze 7, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 2. Good night from the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
One man out in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2-2, bottom of the 10th. Coonrod throws home the pitch. Swinging a drive down the right field line. That is going to get down for a hit. Beyond the reach of Richardson. Willis will come in from third to score the game-winning run. And Michael Napoli has won it for the Quakes in the bottom of the 10th.
You've been listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. KWRM 1370 is the radio home to the California League affiliate of the defending American League Western Division champion Angels. This has been Quakes Baseball.